Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And hooray, I got to 10k. Yes. Do you know what? The lights might go on early today because I hit 10k on Instagram, right? It's a special occasion. Now I can officially do the swipe up. So I've actually just done the swipe up thing to promote my stream for a change. Come on, last light, last one. Oh, the last one's not working. Anyway, how you doing, everyone? Welcome. As always, I'm not on my own. There he is. Hero.collections, aka Brandon. How you doing, my friend? How you doing?
Yo, how you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Congrats on 10k.
Hooray! 10k. I can retire now. That's it. I told my missus I'm officially an influencer now because I make double digits.
we need to see if super producer Rich can Photoshop your head onto Zemo. And get a Zemo dancing GIF going. Yeah, there you go.
You don't need a GIF. I'll just do it myself. I'll just film you. If you want, I'll film an hour of just me here, just doing the dance. Are you ready? This is it. Just a whole hour of me. Add your own backing music.
With the lights.
Hey, 10k. Yes. Beautiful. But yes, I'm good, Brandon. I feel better with 10k. As I said, Thursdays I'll start to get in a good mood because it's the end of the week. The work week's nearly over. I might have some new toys on the way after being hit with a few invoices this last week. But overall, I'm good. And hello to everyone who's here. Hopefully my swipe up gimmick worked on Instagram. We've got some new people coming in. But yeah, thank you to everybody. I'm assuming if you're here in the chat, you'll follow me on Instagram. So we did it together. Much appreciated. And it's just more of a platform for me to promote what I'm doing here, I suppose. That's how I've always used my Instagram. It promotes the brand. I don't need to be posting every single bit of toy news. There's people that do it much better than me. But yeah, all good. Let's make yourself known. Say hello in the chat. Say hello. We will say hello to everyone who's here, hopefully. Hopefully we're live and everyone can hear us. I'm assuming they can, Brandon. Have you got the chat open? Can you see who's about?
Yes. By the looks of it, they can all hear us. We've got 52 people here.
Well, hey!
Mini Plastic Multiverse kicks us off.
That's Tom. He posted a great picture, by the way, on his retweet.
I thought that was so funny.
There you go.
Cloud Foxel says, still a bit fuzzy from the vaccine, but I made it. Joe figured it out, says pow, pow, pow. Tanner says, Cloud, was it your first one or second one? Cloud says it was the second one. Jay's Toy Collection UK says, good evening all. Figure Collective says, hello. Jamie is here. Cool Cosmic Chronic says, oh wait, I just lost it. Hold on. Cool Cosmic, I got it right the first time. Cool Cosmic Chronic says, what's good, everyone? I love these guys when they go live. We appreciate you. Home Dude says, pow. Dark Joker Zin, whoever that is, he says, yo. Mark Tech says, bring on the live stream. Dan and Brandon, let the good times roll. Jay's Toy Collection says it's 8 p.m. You know what that means? It means that we'll be on like 2 minutes from then. I don't know.
Yeah. 8 o'clock's just a warm-up time.
Exactly. 8 o'clock is to make sure you guys are in your seats. CJ says, pow. Dark Joker's in says, look, I expect this show to start on time.
Look, we're not as professional as the Infinity Equation podcast. We don't get no invites to online Comic Cons. We don't have our own T-shirts. Look, we're the true Rinky Dink podcast. All right, so
exactly.
that's we can be a little late. It's all good. It's all good.
Tony Collector is here. Rich M, super producer is in the chat. JV Man, Let's Begin, Striding. CJ, Rob the Plastic Hour, Figure Collective. CJ says, I love the new emoticons. Nathan is here. Rob the Plastic Hour says, might have to join up because I do enjoy Legends and I have liquor.
Hey, do it.
Phil Jones is in the chat saying, let's go. Who else we got? Thor 2012 is here. Pow. Speaking of, they didn't hear us, but Dan and I were just talking about the new classified figures, and Thor 2012 put up a great picture of Flint, Lady J, and one other, but I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. But
sometimes all it takes is a good picture for me to be convinced to buy a figure. I'll be on the fence, don't need it. See one good picture, and I'm like, damn, I need it.
I'm really struggling at the moment because you know those new Avengers 1 figures from SH Figure Arts.
Yes.
It's like Cap, Thor, and the Battle Damage Mark 6, and I keep seeing them like on. I've had to mute so many like import SHF like Facebook groups, so I stopped seeing them because the temptation is killing me. Wolfpack Toy Reviews in the chat says, "What's up, Wolfpackers? Go and check out his Instagram and his channel. They've had a very good hunting week.
He's nearly at 1,000 as well. Him and the Infinity Equation are nearly there. So go and support the crew, people. Wolfpack and the Infinity Crew."
And then Big Will 2K99 says there, you know what that means? Legends talking about legends.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind. Very kind.
Yes, absolutely. Dark Joker's in says, taking too long. That's it. I'm cancelling the show. He says, Rich, you can come and work for me. Laser Pants in the chat. CJ says, Brandon, you have an emoticon. You made it, bro. Yes, absolutely. Dan hit 10K. I got my own emoticon. That's how we celebrate. Jason Lopez says, make sure you guys like the stream. Tanner till 2012. Jamie. Dark Boy Andy says, hey, what's up?
Wow.
What else we got?
It's all good. We'll come back around to the chat. Don't you worry about it. As I said.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
This lastly is Rectangular. Sorry.
Oh, Rectangular. How you doing, Todd? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're good. I hope everyone's good on this Thursday. As I said, Thursday's the warm up. Me and Brandon are like the pre-show to the Friday night streams, if you will. Do you know the Infinity Crew and Parallel?
Absolutely.
And like, do you know, we're the warm up. We let you know the weekend's coming. Same with Kevin on Toying Around. He's got a show later with Ryan Ting from the Marvel crew. Do you know what I mean? So the actual Marvel team. So yeah, Thursday's a nice little warm up to the weekend.
One of the big three.
Yes, one of the big three indeed. So I asked on my Instagram. I know it's not Legends and Liquor, people, but I asked on my Instagram, what should I drink today to celebrate? So I'm going to try do a Dan Who review of some Copperberg Cherry. Right? Do you like my bottle opener?
Oh no! Joe figured that out. Said in the chat, broke down and bought Cat vs. Cap SHF fig this morning. The scale looked great. Don't do it to me, Joe. Don't
be an enabler.
No. Dan, yes, your Infinity bottle opener looks great. Your Gauntlet
this is nice.
Looks great.
This is cherry Copperberg. Usually I go for a mixed fruit, but yeah, definitely cherry. Tastes good. If anyone's joining me with a drink, as I said, we can do a Legends and Liquor match up. Good numbers on Legends and Liquor this week, by the way. Good numbers.
Oh yeah, we had everybody joining us.
Let me do some housekeeping then while we're at it then, all right? Let me do some housekeeping real quick.
Yes,
so as people come in, we appreciate everyone that's here. Obviously today's live stream is all about more bad guys, and it may seem a little bit random, but a lot of people have been finding the Bring on the Bad Guys wave in store right now. Like that wasn't meant to hit until at least June, July, and people are finding them on the pegs. Obviously not us in the UK, we won't have them for a month yet, but our friends over in the US have been getting them. So we thought, since we won't have the figures in hand, we're to a live stream about bad guys, and we've already done some bad guys. Shout out for a new channel member as well. Hopefully it popped up on the screen. So shout out Rob, the Plastic Hour. He's just joined the members club. Thank you very much. And now you're a member of the members club, you can get involved with Legends and Liquor properly. So as I said, bit of housekeeping. Let me pull up these images. So if you want to support the stream each and every week, you can do that by sending in a super chat over £4 or $4, and it will be read out by Friday, the lazy robot who works every Thursday and then once every second Sunday. She's a bit lazy, but she will read it out for you. I just need to give her a kick. She's rusting a little bit these days. She's not very good, but she will read it out, be a part of the show, interrupt me, then I'll interrupt Brandon. It's a gimmick now that I think I'm just going to keep. I don't even want Brandon to hear it anymore. But yeah, £4 or $4, and your super chat will be read out loud. But if you want to contribute even more to the channel and help this channel grow so we can make more content, and me and Brandon can go on tours around the UK and America and the world doing articulated adventures, then do that by becoming a channel member. People, hit that join button now. Don't be scared. I know most people don't hit a join button. They're not sure what it is. It is basically like super chatting me once a month. That's all it is. It's literally a small donation to the channel, small contribution to the content that I create here on the channel. And as I said, you've seen adventures, articulated adventures already. Like me and Brandon want to do more content like that, more higher quality content, and the more support that the channel gets, the more we can deliver on that. So if you want to support the channel, do exactly what Dark Joker's in. Oh, thank you very much, Dante. Dante has just become a channel member as well at the members club tier, and then also Rob the Plastic Hour. So two channel members within the first 10 minutes of the stream. That's beautiful. And if you do become a channel member and you do hit that join button, not only can you join me on Legends and Liquor, go and check out the last Legends and Liquor, see what it's all about. You can now use these emojis. Hey! Like these. Look, Brandon, you're an emoji. Even the brand.
I tell you what. That is definitely a high point for me. Look at that.
The brand, I might get some of these may turn into t-shirts. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, look at that, no pins. You can get Brandon and no pins all in the same tweet, all in the same comment. So yeah, even Friday's got our own emoji. So if people drop in with a super chat, drop the Friday emoji to say a thank you. But yeah, Brandon's little face is there, no pins. We got Hellfire Hank and Frogman, of course. The hit and miss, which we'll be doing today with some of these bad guys, and of course the Thanoscopter. I still can't even remember how the Thanoscopter became a part of our show, but here it is.
We were talking about vehicles. We were talking about it was a vehicle stream, remember?
Okay, yes, and then it sort of slowly took over.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we appreciate you. As I said, thank you for becoming channel members, all of that good stuff. Part of the community, as always. And again, go and watch it, Legends and Liquor. There's a playlist on my channel. See what it's all about. And I invite channel members onto the stream with me, and we're literally just talking toys for like 3 hours. It's a good time. The usual suspects are now a crew within themselves. Yeah, good times, people. Good times.
High School Creations just became a member as well. Did that come up yet?
Pal, I don't know if it's come up, but let me press some buttons. Well, either way, High School Creations, much appreciated, my friend. Love what he does. I wish I had the skills that man did. I've actually, on my NECA street scene upstairs, I've actually got the High School Creations dumpster that he sent over on display with some of my Ninja Turtles. But yeah, High School Creations is like one of those content creators which is like inspires me to be more creative. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to get hands-on and make some dios and build some better displays. So yeah, big fan of High School Creations. So there you go, check him out. He's in the chat. Go and click on his name and go and subscribe to his channel. But yeah, look at that. Rich is using the no pins emojis. Like, I might even do a little emoji myself. Let's get Brandon. I'm gonna go hit the Brandon, the no pins. There we go. Look at that. Brandon and pins, beautiful. Pow, there you go. Brandon doesn't like pins. Beautiful. Look at so easy. The Thanoscopter is still my favourite. What if a live stream has a Thanoscopter emoji? Come on now. There you go. Come on now. All right, beautiful. So before we get into actual bad guys, let's recap some Legends news as we always do here on the channel. Thank you very much to 88 people that are here nice and early for us. We appreciate you.
Oh, 92. It just jumped.
92. Beautiful. The time zone, I think I promoted the time zones a little bit differently. Ryan, aka Lazy Trousers, was messaging me. I seen it pop up on my phone. I wasn't being rude, but I was pressing buttons on my stream. He says the stream is 3 p.m. Eastern and 12 Pacific. So I think I've been promoting it wrong. Oh, wow. Stupid time zones. I will fix that for next time. Check. I don't know. Maybe I did. I assume I did. Let me get some pictures up anyway. All the same.
Oh, no, you did it right. You put 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what it is Pacific, to be fair.
Yeah, he said it was 12 Pacific.
Oh yeah, on the caption you put 4 p.m. Eastern.
Do you know why? Because on my caption, I think I've copied and pasted the Legends and Liquor time. My bad.
Oh.
My bad. The picture's fine though. That's the main thing. My bad. Thank you, Laser Pants, for letting me though. We appreciate you. Right, let's get into it. Let's talk about some Legends. Brandon, what do you expect in this big boy? Not calling you big boy. I'm calling this big boy. I wasn't saying Brandon big boy. Have you seen this? You get where I'm going.
I'm with you.
That was a close call.
I'm with you. It's okay. I'm going to just spam the chat with a whole bunch of these right now. No pins. This thing is amazing. Like, I knew this was going to be great, but this is really great. Like, this utilizes that retro Spidey movie Venom torso. You know, you got the ab crunch and the diaphragm joint as well. I think it's phenomenal, and it's 13 inches. The thing is huge.
Size matters, people.
Like, this is the biggest Legends figure that we would have had. You know, in like regular in the regular line at least. This is bigger than any other of the BAFs that we've had in Hasbro, the Golden Age Hasbro era. I think it's brilliant. And the rumors swirling online is that behind that Infinity Saga little part of the box is another helmet.
Oh, wow.
The scale for Thor.
Surely
So
they're
the rumor is
Talos.
online.
Surely they're Talos if that was the case, right? Maybe?
You'd think so, but at the same time, the Legends team like a little surprise treat now and then.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they didn't tell us about the hammer behind the shield, did they, originally? They wanted that to be a secret, but it sort of leaked out. So maybe. Of course, we're talking about Surda. Now, Surda was a character that I'm very happy to add to the shelf. I think this scale is great for what it is. Let's be honest, they couldn't have gave us a big one, big massive one. We didn't need the end of Ragnarok Surda. We needed the beginning of Ragnarok Surda. That sort of fits amongst your villains. And so Ryan Ting did explain on an Instagram post that like technically it should have been about 18 inches, but of course that would have been unrealistic to release at this scale and this price point. So I'm fine with this compromise. It's only squidged down a little bit. Honestly, the Legend scale is a bit hit and miss at sometimes anyway. So this is fine with me. It's a character I didn't know I wanted. I didn't think I'd get either. Do you know? So it wasn't even a character that I would have added to any of our wish lists because I'd think, it would be a nice idea, but the Hasbro team are never going to make that. So like, I was pleasantly surprised to see this. He's going to definitely stand out amongst the villains. And yeah, pinless. I can't wait to see some light. Do you know some people, the ACBA crew, with some lights behind this? Yeah, he's going to pose up nice. Very nice. Very surprised. Let me just skip through some of these pictures. Definitely. And as I said, dropping the new pinless, the no pins emoji, people. I can't see any pins there. Can you, Brandon? Look at that.
There are no pins there.
No pins
there at all.
If you're a channel member, you know what to do. Drop that no pins emoji. Come on now. Yeah, this is beautiful. The head looks great as well. I like that they went with a screaming face for this character. Obviously,
and as well, it looks like he's talking as well. Like it's just like it's a nice expressive face, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. Can do a lot more with that in regards to posing and photography or whatever. Just gives it a bit of life on the shelf, especially for a big character that's going to stand out as well. But yeah, I like it. Again, I can't wait to see the lights behind it and see how translucent the plastic really is. I doubt it's. Don't know, that sword is massive. Look at that sword. Ridiculous. The sword
is 10 inches alone.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Interchangeable hands was a nice touch. And like you said, if they have sneakily put in the skull that Thor has, that's a nice touch from Hasbro. I'd like that. I know there was some 3D printed ones going around for a while, but...
So Rectangular says he would have paid $80 for an 18-inch Surtur. So I'm curious for everybody else in the chat. We've got 91 people here. How much would you have paid for an 18-inch Surtur? So Ryan was saying that 18 inches would have been a more realistic scale for Surtur and 6-inch scale. It isn't so doable for the Legends team at the moment. But let's say if it was doable, how much would you have paid for it? I'm curious.
Yeah, so as I said, if they released an 18-inch Surtur and it was at a higher price point, like I'm all in for Legends anyway. So asking me is stupid because of course I'm going to say it doesn't matter what the price is. I'm going to buy. Like, it does matter what the price is, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if it was an extra £20-30, I probably would have went for it. However, me personally, this is just my opinion. I am fine with it being at this scale.
Yeah, me too. But just for curiosity's sake, Figure Collective says $80 sounds good. Home Dude says 100. Jason Lopez 70 to 80. Nathan Toland says 100. Jamie says 75.
Is $80 about 100 quid? $80 £100 ish.
No, the other way around. £80 is about $100.
Okay, yeah, my bad. Yeah, my bad.
Jay's toy collection says 13 inches perfect for me as my shelf is only 14 inches tall. There you go. Exactly. Cool Comic Cosmic Chronic says no more than 80 to 100. Let's be honest. Garrett says I probably would have bought it no matter what, but $80 sounds about right. So it's interesting. It's interesting to know that there is some interest there.
It's good for the Hasbro team to know that people would be willing to pay a little bit more for a figure like this scale. But again, Soda was a character I didn't expect to get. Of course, we did when we seen the rumoured lists. Like, unfortunately, this wasn't like a super shock. But if we didn't see the rumours and they just dropped this on us, that would have caught me off guard. I would have went, oh, okay. Out of all the characters they could have gave us from the Infinity Saga, Soda's definitely not one I thought would have been possible in this line. It's definitely the biggest figure we've got in any of the sort of lines, whether it be 80th anniversary or the 10th anniversary Marvel Studios. But yeah, this Infinity Saga one is sort of sort of lining up to be my favourite one so far. Not gonna lie, out of the sort of summer things. Like I know a lot of people probably say the 80th because it's got the more classic characters, but this so far is filling some nice gaps in my shelf with some upgrades.
Definitely. I'm trying to think which is my favourite so far. It's hard to say. I think maybe Odin is. I'd probably say Odin is my favourite so far. This probably comes a close second.
So last Friday, literally, me and Brandon, we did manage to talk about these on Legends and Liquor, so we'll just skim through them real quick. So we'll go and watch Legends and Liquor. As I said, it's basically this show, but a bit more relaxed, a bit more chilled, and we have guests on. So go and check out the Legends and Liquor show. Shout out Patch Adams 83 as well, who just donated $1. I think that is. Thank you very much, much appreciated. All contributions are welcome. There is a Streamlabs link under in the chat, in the description. Not a lot of people Streamlabs, but the Streamlabs is an option as well if you don't fancy super chatting. But either or is appreciated. So thank you very much, Patch Adams, much appreciated. So yeah, going back to this. So just recap. Obviously, we've got Fat 4, we've got Quicksilver, we've got Iron Man 85 and Thanos from the end of Endgame. Scrolling up, we've got Odin, which Brandon said could be his favourite so far. Happy Hogan and Mark 21, which is the Midas armour. Pleasantly surprised with that. That came out. This got released and went up for pre-order last Friday. Same as the Rescue and the Captain Marvel in the Endgame as well. Again, I know it's a figure that we've already had in regards to that Rescue, but for me, it's an upgrade. Much more accurate head sculpts, options as well, which you always appreciate. And then that's the first time. I know we've got a Captain Marvel before, but not in this uniform. That was his hairstyle. Like, not my favourite. Me and Brandon have spoke about this before. Not our favourite hairstyle for Captain Marvel, but I know what they were going for. Very accurate to her time in the comics.
And that suit though, oh man, I love that suit. That the blues and the reds in that suit. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, I think it's hard. I'm kind of low key hoping that the other Carol Danvers' head will fit onto that body, just so that I can keep the long hair look.
Yeah, possibly.
You're right, I don't really like the short hair look, but
it's like a Karen. It's like a moody Karen hairstyle, isn't it? The type of woman that wants to see your manager. Captain Marvel wants to see your manager.
I don't know why. I know that she looks like that in the comics, but I don't know why they have to do it. I'm not a fan. But anyway, I think this pack still. Do you know that A-Force scene at in Endgame where all the females line up?
Yeah. Like Pepper has her hair in the ponytail like that. Captain Marvel's obviously there. Have we got every character now to do that? I know that scene itself, people love it or hate it, but do we have all the characters now?
Off the top of my head, I think so. I think we need Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, Rescue, Shuri, Mantis, Gamora, Wasp.
Yeah. Is Okoye, yeah, is she there? Yeah. I think we've got them all, right? That's them all. You could literally do the A-Force lineup now. Accurately.
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting. I like that how we got the face with the helmet up as well.
Yeah, me too. And I think this face looks more accurate than the ponytail face.
She's angry. If you watch the A-Force...
Gamora as well. I wasn't sure if I said Gamora.
If you watch the A-Force scene from Endgame, Pepper is pulling like a screw face, like angry Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's what they were going for, because if I zoom in on that, it's angry Pepper Potts. But that was a nice pack. And then the last one that was revealed last Friday, again, we talk about this in more detail on our Legends and Liquor, but it's the Mark III. Just like we got with the Mark 7 in the 10th anniversary line, they're giving us a better articulated, accurate armor. And the Mark III could be argued is the most iconic for Iron Man. Maybe.
I'll be honest. After seeing how amazing that head sculpt was on the Mark 85, was low-key disappointed with this one.
Oh, okay. For me though,
I don't think it looks like him. I'm still happy to get this. Still pre-ordered it on Pulse. Really excited for it, but I don't think that head sculpt looks too much like Tony.
So we have got the Tony Stark with the faceplate up before, but that was like 2015 before they did the digital face print. Yeah. So this will be an upgrade to that, I am sure. But like you said, like probably not spot on. However, for me, when I get this figure, it's probably going into my Hall of Armor anyway, so I wouldn't be using that head for my personal display. So I don't hate it too much. I like the wrist articulation with the gauntlets and the the little rockets and stuff. Yeah, those little rockets there. I know it's only a little gimmick, but if you get him from a flying pose with his rocket, and there's that scene as well in the first Iron Man where he lands and uses his armor for the first time, and
that is the first photo I'm taking with this thing.
Yeah,
exactly that.
It's good, but always happy to add another Iron Man to the shelf for our ever-growing Hall of Armor. And there's 2 right there. Well, there's technically 3 if you count the Mark 85. You got the Midas armor, which we definitely haven't had before, and it's an accurate MCU armor. You can't even be mad at Hasbro for giving us a repaint because it's accurate. It's the Mark 21. Google it.
But I still would have rather had a redo of the Mark 42. An update to that would have been really nice.
Well, you never know. You never know. I'm still hoping that Hasbro do
I'm just being
the Hall of Armor things eventually. The actual capsules. Is that what you call them? Capsules. But still, all good. All right, let me bounce back out of this. Again, over 100 people in here on a Thursday night. We appreciate everybody. We really do.
Absolutely.
All the channel members as well. As I said, keep using those emojis, people. I know the emojis are such a stupid gimmick, but they're a fun gimmick as well. Come on now. But yeah, okay, let me get a... Oh, Rush McGowan has just become a channel member as well. Hopefully that pops up on the screen. One of the best displays in the game. Need to be seeing picture updates. Now you're a channel member, Rush. You can come on a Legends and Liquor and show off. Show off the toy room tour of your new place. Hopefully you get it all set up very soon. But thank you very much for becoming a channel member. That's a couple of new channel members on the today's stream already, so I appreciate you. As I said, try it out for a month. If you don't want to be a part of the show, you don't have to. But as I say, if I get more channel members, Legends and Liquor is going to have to be a weekly thing as I have a rotating guest. Do you know what I mean? So it's up to you how much you want me to do Legends and Liquor. They're like, the more channel members I get, the more often you're going to see it.
I tell you what is really crazy. Rectangular is actually defending an MCU figure.
No, he
says
stop lying.
He says there's nothing wrong with that Mark 42 figure, man.
Is he the one I've got on my sofa up there? That one, the more gold armor type thing. Yeah.
I mean, I like it a lot. I just it's still one of the main Iron Mans I have on my shelf behind me. But I just I would just like an updated body, maybe a bigger body. Would be good.
Yeah. Just jumping into the chat real quick to catch anyone that joined late. CJ's in the house. How you doing, Jason? Z-Man's around now. Barack the best. Marcus G. Inquisitive Minds, of course. He says, "Pow." Home dude with the little knives. I'm assuming that's in Paraloud's little backstabbers crew. But yeah, again, if you're late to the party, don't worry about it. Brian has opinions, formerly the Broken Baller. That's a great name. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, how you doing, everyone? Super Bin Juice, Action Man 27, The Ruckus, Bon Williams, Javi Man's here as well, channel member. Thank you very much, Blake. Just trying to catch anyone who I haven't said hello to yet. That's all. But yeah, happy days, happy days. All right, let's get into the meat and bones, shall we? Bring on the bad guys. So as I said, this topic we've already done, but let's be honest, there's so many characters within the vast Marvel universe. We could do a live stream a week on different villains within the Marvel universe. So obviously with massive help to super producer Rich at Displayed Once on Instagram, of course. He has helped put this list together, made the fancy graphics for us as he usually does, so we can talk about some more bad guys. So we've tried to avoid some of the more obvious bad guys and go for a few niche ones that we haven't talked about either recently or in a long time. I'm sure some of these characters we've definitely mentioned before during other topics, but specifically today, as I said, hopefully we catch you off guard with a few curveballs. But yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So Marvel Legends, bad guys. Who do we want a Legends form? You know the score. Hit or miss. Use the emojis if you can. And let's see if we want some Legends. So let me press some buttons and make sure we get the pictures up. And let's get into it, shall we? So, click. Let's go back to the traditional middle view. First one. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Definitely someone we need a new figure of. Either way, it's Hyperion. We've had him before, as you know, in the Hit Monkey Build-A-Figure wave. I think he goes for a pretty penny now in the aftermarket. I think he had a variant version as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, definitely a character we need.
he was a running change with Sentry. So
Yes.
Hyperion, I think, came with a fist and an open hand, and Sentry came with a fist and an open hand. And I ended up buying 2 of each so that I could give my versions the double fists, and then the versions that had open hands, I ended up selling those on because yeah, it just, if you're gonna have the big hitter like Hyperion, you need both fists.
I'm looking on the shelf behind me, and he's I've got the I haven't got Hyperion, so I'm definitely need a new one in Legends form. But yeah, I've got Sentry with like you said, the fist and open hand. Oh, nice. Yeah, it looks good. Looks good. I'm a little bit jealous. A few legends over the years have evaded me, and here's definitely one.
Yeah. Yeah, I got him over there with some villains, but yes, he's a member of the Squadron Supreme.
Of course.
We've had a number of versions of him over the years. Do you know what year he first debuted in comics?
I do, because I've got, hang on, super producer Rich is in my ear. What's that, Rich? 1969 did he debut?
Yes.
Cheers, Rich. Thanks, Rich. Much appreciated. Yeah, I can even tell you it was Avengers 69 as well. Avengers 69 in 1969. You won't forget that anytime soon. But yeah, apparently he's back around though. Now he's an enemy again of the Avengers.
Yes.
So that's why he's in our bad guys wave. He's currently an enemy, so it counts as a bad guy. So yeah, as I said, a Legends we've had before in the Hasbro era, but one we definitely need an update of. Rich says as well, most recently he appeared in the comics with like a new shiny mask of some sort. So there's straight away an interchangeable head if you're giving us a new Legends version. But yeah, let's jump to the chat real quick and see what people are saying with Hyperion. I'm sure people may say missed stuff if they're happy with the previous one. Let me just scroll back up.
I think the good thing about getting this in the line as well would be that he would have he would be a much needed replacement for that type of body shape. You know, that bigger beefier body.
Yeah.
It'd be a great opportunity to redo that. And Thor 2012 makes a really good point. He says that Hyperion is in the New Heroes Reborn storyline. So if anybody isn't aware, in the Heroes Reborn event, it's basically a world where the Avengers never existed. The Squadron Supreme are like America's, Earth's mightiest heroes type team, and Blade is the only one who remembers who the Avengers actually are or were. So he has to try to restore reality, basically.
Deep.
So it's a pretty good story.
Wonder why Blade's the only one who remembers. Why Blade?
Good question.
Interesting. If anyone knows why Blade remembers, let us know on the hotline.
Yeah.
But so obviously Squadron Supreme, there's more members than just Hyperion. We may as well talk about another one, right?
Yep. Let's go for it.
Dr. Spectral. Now this is a Marvel Legends cheap repaint dream, surely, right? It's just a guy with loads of different colours on his body. This is an easy repaint of Hasbro. Hasbro could easily give us this guy in some line, somewhere, very easily. Again, a member of the Squadron Supreme. Rich tells me he's the Marvel equivalent of the Green Lantern, essentially. And of course, he debuted just like Hyperion in 1969. But he carries the Power Prism, which creates light constructs and can fly But he's never had a legend. That's the fact that I like. He's never had a legend, and I always like Brandon. What do I like doing?
You like adding new characters to the shelf, my friend.
That's exactly how I would have said it as well, Brandon. You know me so well. That's exactly what I like.
101 in the chat.
101 in the chat. The lights are already on, people. The lights are already on. We were celebrating 10K on Instagram, so the lights are already on for 101. But thank you very much to everyone who's here talking Legends with us today, for being on the bad guys, of course. And yeah, we're on our second one so far. A lot of hits for Hyperion. What are we saying for Dr. Spectrum? Probably not the first Doctor when you think of Marvel. But he's a Doctor all the same.
It's a few hits, few misses. It's a bit of a mixed bag for Dr. Spectrum. Although actually, it looks like it's mostly hits.
Rectangular says, "Give us all of the Squadron Supreme."
Mark Tac Tac says, "Yep, but hopefully Sunfire mold, not the Bucky Cat mold."
How you doing, Mark Tac Tac? I haven't seen you today.
Familiar with this one. Airstream says, as long as Legends never use the buck from Nilo, that buck is trash. Bon Williams says miss because I don't know who he is.
That's fair.
Thor 2012 says Amazon or SDC box set of the Squadron Supreme.
Maybe. I'd take an Excalibur first. I want an Excalibur box set first, and then you can do what you want. Then we can have Starjammers, anything to make Rectangular happy. So Starjammers, or the Squadron Supreme, of course. I'm sure they will both put a smile on Rectangular's face. But yeah, shout out Mark. I don't know if I said hello to him earlier, but how you doing, my friend? Welcome. He says he's working on a little surprise for us, Brandon. Little surprise for us. He left it at that. So time will tell, but looking forward to it. But yeah, so when I say Doctor, right? Who's the first Doctor in the Marvel universe that comes to your mind? And chat can play along with this as well. So if I say Brandon, Marvel, Doctor, who's the first Doctor? Strange. So Strange is the first Doctor that comes to your head. For me, I think the first Doctor in Marvel that comes to my brain is Doom. Don't know why. It's just embedded in there a little bit more.
Oh yeah, true. Forgot about Doom.
How could you forget about Doom? He's the most Doctor of all the Doctors.
Yeah, this is true.
We've had 3 Doctor Dooms.
McCoy.
We've had 3 Doctor Dooms as well in the last year, to be fair, from Marvel Legends. One of them's in this Bring on the Bad Guys waves that's hitting shops right now. But the chat's mixed there. Tanner says Doom. Gentle Tuna, he says Strange. Fox Cloudwell. Fox Cloudwell then. See how I mixed up his name? That's my stupid brain. Foxwell says Dr. Mindbender. That's a deep cut. That's not Marvel, my friend. Doctor Strange, Phil Jones says Strange followed by Doom. Bon Williams is Doom. Bon Williams, are we related at all? I'm curious. I don't know any relatives called Bon, but it's a great name.
Dr. Bruce Banner.
Hank McCoy, Inquisitive Mindset, of course. Of course, he's going to say that with the X-Men logo in his name. Hank McCoy is probably my favourite Doctor. Not the first one that comes to my mind because I think of Beast, of course. But still, I love Beast. One of my favourite Marvel characters. Definitely one of my favourite X-Men. For sure. Okay, cool. Okay, so 2 members of Squadron Supreme. 2 pretty hits. Dr. Pepper says High School Creations. Yeah, first Doctor that comes to mind. Dr. Pepper. Yep. Not so famous within Marvel Comics, though, unfortunately, for some reason. They're more of a Cherry Coke sort of crew. Okay, next up, who we got? Mr. Sinister. I'm sure you can talk about this guy, Brandon. Mr. Sinister.
Mr. Negative.
Do you know why I said that? Off screen is Mr. Sinister. I had pulled. He was at the back of my display and he was like wonky, so I pulled him out. And I've just stared at Mr. Sinister as I've clicked to this picture and went, Mr. Sinister. It's not Mr. Sinister. Mr. Negative, of course. Ignore me, everybody. Ignore me.
So
there's a lot of legends in this. Have you ever done that, though, where you're looking at something and you say it out loud in conversation?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. AB Nugler also just popped in the chat, says to just say a quick hello. But yes, Mr. Negative. So he debuted in Marvel Comics in 2007. His real name is Martin Lee. He's been a constant foe of Superman, Spider-Man.
See what I mean? Saying the wrong things today.
Yeah. And he basically, his powers is he's got like a dark force and light force kind of powers. It's hard to explain, but he's a crime boss. He has minions. And he was one of the main bad guys in the PS4 Spider-Man game in 2018. That's where most people will know him from, I think. Rectangle says Mr. Negative is so easy for Hasbro to do.
This is a layup, isn't it? Layup.
Yeah, he's never had a legend. He did have a Gameverse figure in 3/4, but I think we'll see this soon. I think we'll definitely see this sooner rather than later.
This has got to be a Spider-Man type of wave character. It's an easy suited body with the colours inverted. They could give us the head sculpt, but what's great is that they could give us interchangeable heads where he's got these minions with his demon masks on. So you could give us a Mr. Negative with a couple of interchangeable heads of those demon masks in different colours or whatever, one black, one white. And then this is a straight up army builder. Do you know, like Mr. Negative and his minions. Yeah. You can take that one for free, Hasbro. I don't even mind if you use that. Because that's a layup, and like you said, inevitable. Sure. Come in shooting the late, and like Rectangular said, this is an easy easy for them to do, and I'm sure it's on their list. I'm sure they're aware, especially if they've done a 3 3/4. The Spider-Man game's always really popular. It could be this is the type of character where if it came out in an official Gamerverse sort of box or whatever, you could sneak it into your comic display anyway. So I don't really care how they'd give it us, but he's definitely a character I'd like. I read a story not so long ago in comics where he sort of inverted Cloak and Dagger. So
really?
Dagger, so Dagger was all black and Cloak was a white cloak, and it like inverted them, and like that. I can't remember if that was in a Spider-Man comic or not. I need one of the more comic heavy people to help me out. But that's definitely a storyline which I don't know if he didn't infect, but he definitely had Cloak and Dagger inverted, and I thought that made for a cool. A cool concept all the same. And same as Spider-Man. We've got Negative Zone Spider-Man on the wall.
Yeah.
He's on the wall behind me. So crazy that we got Negative Zone Spider-Man before we got Mr. Negative himself. Weird, but definitely possible. There were a lot of hits in the chats as well when this one popped up on the screen.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of hits on the chats. And just going back to Doctor Doom real quick, while the chat are chatting away. Rich said his favourite Doctor was Dr. Dan Doom. He's back! Dr. Dan Doom with my ironclad mask. Squeezing!
That's so funny.
The Human Torch. Clearly my hand is really hot this side. And to be fair, Mr. Fantastic could probably just stretch out of my hand. So probably not a good idea, Dr. Dan Doom. Maybe I should get a green hoodie.
Maybe.
But yeah, there you go. Mr. Neg. Again, shout out once again, super producer Rich, aka Displayed Once, for all the graphics we show in the middle of the screen in these fancy Marvel Legends boxes. Hasbro need to get him working for them.
Yes.
All right.
We have a good one up next. I saw this one mentioned in the chat, actually.
Okay, just quickly having a look in the chat, see if there's anything worth mentioning. I want to see if anyone mentioned my Cloak and Dagger thing. Cloud says they take those variants of Cloak and Dagger. Did anyone say why? I can't. Doesn't seem my. We'll find out. We'll come back to that. There is a friend. I've got a friend called Google. He usually helps me out with things I'm not too sure of. Anyway, I'll give him a bad after. Right, next up, Dracula. Interesting. Obviously, a big bad in pop culture. Full stop. Forget Marvel. He outlives Marvel. Dracula existed way before Marvel existed, but Marvel do, all of these characters that don't hold any, what's the word, like copyright, or these are what they called in the public domain. They're in public domain.
Yeah.
I think Universal has Universal monsters, but certain characters like Dracula are in public domain. So you can use them without, I could write a book about Dracula and nobody could sue me, essentially, because it's my own concept. He's a public domain character. So, Marvel brought him in to the actual 616, and he's an actual character that we've even had a Marvel Legends of before.
Just hold on real quick. Omega Weapon 13 says, what did I miss? Just got done hunting for Clone Wars. Found 2 sets for myself. Omega Weapon... Question number 1, where in the States are you? And question number 2,
can you ship to the UK?
if you happen to come across a third Echo, I would be your best friend forever. So let me know, Mr. Omega Weapon 13. Also, just another quick thing. Rectangular said, poor Brandon is still tired from that Unparalleled stream. LOL. Honestly, I apologize in advance for any more yawning in the next hour and a half.
Yeah, am I boring you, Brandon?
So
what's going on?
No, I'm just so tired from work, and I'm sleeping really late at the moment. I don't know why. I keep staying up watching bloody reviews and streams.
We did quite well considering we were online. Our time 3 a.m. till 7 a.m.
Yeah.
We were pretty good. We did all right.
For sure, definitely did.
But yeah, definitely not something we could do regularly.
Omega Weapon 13 said I'm in Central California. So how long does that usually take to get to us then?
About 2 weeks.
We didn't answer my question yet.
What's it? Laser Pants sent me the Footless Turtle recently, didn't he? And that he took about 2.5 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
But
yes,
shipping's really slow at the minute.
If you happen to find an Echo, and can ship it loose so that it's nice and cheap, then that'd be amazing. Jamie says Echo's back up on Comics and Cocktails for pre-order. I have more than I can count already on pre-order. I'm just being a bit of an impatient so-and-so.
Oh, when are they due in the UK?
Oh, who knows, man. Sometime in June, maybe.
I know, it's probably July at this point.
Probably like June 29th. Yeah, no.
Shipping is delayed all over the place at the minute, my friend. All right, let me go back and see what Rich has put for Dracula.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, basically, yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to ask the chat. As I said, it's always fun to do a quick pop quiz, as the Americans say. So obviously Dracula's been around for a long, long time, but when did he debut in Marvel Universe?
Oh, 1972.
I was asking the chat.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me. I was reading the chat and then I kind of heard the tail end of your question.
Of course, I know you knew. We've both got Rich in our ear. What's that, Rich? Yes, he ruined it, I know.
Another question for the chat. The series that Dracula debuted in was called The Tomb of Dracula. Who else debuted in that series?
Oh, interesting.
P.S. I'm really hoping that I know what I'm talking about right now because I'm doing this off the back of my own memory.
Marcus, you knew it was anyway. 1972. 72, 10 years before I was born, Cloud Fox. Well, see, I'm assuming people are not using Google. I'm assuming people know this type of information off the top of their brain. Blade, question mark, Blade. Yeah, I guess that would be my guess as well. Blade, if Dracula, it's got to be in Blade taking on Dracula. Inquisitive Mon says Bloodstone. The year I was born, says Rectangular. Rectangular is as old as Dracula. It's not a bad thing. Dracula lives forever.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is Blade though. Blade, Tomb of Dracula number 10.
Makes sense.
The Wolfpack says they've got a spare Hawk. If you want it, I would love to say yes, but Hawk is probably the only one of the wave that I'm not in a rush to get yet. But I appreciate it anyway, brother. If you happen to see a spare Echo, then please let me know.
Baron Blood, yes, Blade 72. People are on our page. People on our page for sure. So, as I was saying, Dracula came out in the Toy Biz in a box set with other monsters, I believe. I don't know if I can quickly grab a picture. Toy Biz Marvel Monsters. Is that what the box set was called?
Rectangular says Lord Pretty Much I was born in 1972. That's nice. I was born in 1996.
Stop being out of order. You even make me feel old. It's not nice.
Wait, hold on. Let me do the math. So Rectangular was my age when I was born. Whew.
Look, stop being out of order, you useful son of a gun.
I feel like a baby, man.
Okay, I can get this picture up.
I forget I'm like the junior guy on the squad.
Right, while Brandon was talking, I got up the picture of so the only time that Marvel Legends have done Dracula, because yes, he appeared in Marvel Comics, not a Marvel original character, but as I said, it's fair game. He appeared in this very box set, the Monsters Marvel Legends box set from Toy Biz, which is a zombie, Frankenstein, Werewolf by Night, and Dracula. No, not Nova, not Richard Rider. He's not a monster. But these guys. So to be fair, if you're a fan of NECA, maybe you can get your own little crew going on. I think they're starting to do the monsters as it is. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not in a desperate need for a Marvel Dracula, even though I do like the character design on this figure. Let me get the picture back up.
Nathan says, I'm going to make all of you feel old. I'm 2003. Now that is young.
Oh my God.
That makes me feel horrible.
God.
Cloud Foxtail says, Brandon was born a year before Final Fantasy VII.
Really? Fuck. Oh my God, Brandon, you're so young. When I think people are young when I can remember where I was when people say they were born in a certain year, and I'm like, shit, I was there at this year. Crazy times.
Cloud Foxwell says, Brandon, stop showing off. I tell you what, actually, here, if anybody wants to trade a Legends Captain America, as in Sam Wilson Captain America, or a Black Series Echo for a brand new Inbox Nova, hit me up. Hell yeah, hit me up.
And
that's a really good point.
And if any of my US friends that are very impatient and don't want to wait for Nova, let me know. As long as you're willing to pay the shipping to the US, I can help you out. There's a post shop down the road. So Rectangular Todd, if you want Nova, then I can make it happen. But as I said, shipping at the minute, it's not expensive, but it takes about 2 weeks at the minute minimum, unfortunately, and probably in 2 weeks' time it'd be sitting on your shelf. So it's an awkward one. It's an awkward decision you got to make sometimes. But still, okay. Next up, moving on from Dracula and monsters, etc. Of course, the biggest bad guys of them all. How about the Beyonder, Mr. Secret Walls himself? This seems like a very easy character to do. Doesn't look like look at happy and this guy. Look at it. He doesn't look like a bad guy. You wouldn't think that he captured all the Marvel heroes and made them fight or whatever he did, but look at that. He's not a bad guy at all. Just the Beyonder. It's just a cool guy from the 70s that loves to dance. I say that because it reminds me of Night Fever, like John Travolta style. Don't know why. I'm just saying what comes into my head. Okay, ignore me, people. Yeah. I'm trying to.
Rush McGowan says, how much is shipping to Orlando? Brandon would know. Usually it's around like anywhere between 18 and 23 pounds. It's usually like $25.
Yeah, I can ship a Legend. I can ship a Legend to the US for about 15, 16 pounds sometimes.
Yeah.
If you shipping it loose is always cheaper, of course, but
yeah, shipping it loose is much, much cheaper.
Okay, Beyonder, of course, creator of the Secret Wars. This is a character that has come and gone in Marvel, as in like he pops back up here and there, because he was in Secret Wars 2, which was very recently, I believe. I think I've actually got some of the comics for Secret Wars 2 upstairs. And he was eventually killed, of course, by Molecule Man. That was recently, if I remember. Yes, because that was when Miles Morales' world came into the 616, I think. So I'm guessing that was about 2016 in the comics. I'm assuming. I could be wrong. But either way, the Beyonder is a character that's caused a lot of trouble in the Marvel Universe and never had a figure. Probably because he's not the most exciting of figures, I'll give you that. But still a character with a bit of history all the same. Laser Pants says that's how Todd was dressed in the 70s. Todd he probably still has that outfit. Sort of like karate guy, disco guy. It's like a disco sensei. What are those people that train your karate called? Sensei. Karate sensei. Karate disco sensei. That's what it reminds me of. I wouldn't wear white though. It's dangerous. He went to all of Dazzler's shows, said CJ. Yeah, he big fan of Dazzler. He was. Yeah. Master Chef says, "Wait, Dan, who is this?" It's Beyonder. Nah, don't waste the slot, says the Ruckus. Master Chef is annoyed that you've got... Well, he's not annoyed. He said you're lucky that you've got Nova. All right, I don't want Brandon getting all the love. I've got Nova on a flight stand already on the display, people, all right? There he is, hovering above the crew. All right, stop giving all the love to Brandon. I know he's got his own emoji now, but it's still Dan Who Reviews, all right? I'm just reminding you. Stop winding him up, Brandon. Stop winding him up.
I damn well want to. You know,
it will backfire because they're gonna come out with all the new Marvel Legends waves, all the new Star Wars waves, and you're just gonna be there with your Nova, going.
I'm gonna blast Instagram with Nova pictures this weekend because I am so bitter that we haven't had. That everyone's getting Clone Wars and everyone's getting the Disney Plus wave.
Hey, does he flap? That's pretty funny.
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't know. Does he come with a flight stand?
Yeah. So he can fly so that he's like posed up like this.
Hang on, put it in the middle.
Right.
There he is.
Wait, yeah, sorry, hold on. Yeah, look. See, he can fly so that he's posed up like this, or you can just bring the legs down. The legs have the articulation. He can stand as well.
Does his if you don't press the button, where does his arms lay?
They just go out. They just go out flat, or you can kind of They just go out flat basically.
Do you have to press the button to get his hands that wide, or can he pose like that?
No, they pose like that naturally.
Oh, okay. Then you press it to go in.
And
okay.
then let you press it like that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Mine's on the way. People are using the Brandon emoji now. I've just looked at the chat and I've just been attacked by Brandon faces.
Oh yeah, I just saw that.
Andy Davis and CJ attacking me with Brandons. Even 42012 put Brandon and Frogman. Phil Jones started it off with the Brandons. Yeah, I'm going to get that on a t-shirt. I'm going to turn these emojis into t-shirts.
Can we count Blue Marvel as a cosmic superhero? Technically, but probably
yeah,
not,
but he's not
right?
a villain. We're talking about bad guys.
No. Who just said? The Ruckus just said, since this year's Walgreens exclusive is a cosmic base, what do you think about Starhawk? And I kind of just sidestepped Starhawk and thought, is this a way that I can shove Blue Marvel into the line?
I think Blue Marvel will turn up in like an Avengers wave or something like that. Do you know like those Avengers waves where a bit mixed?
Or in a Captain Marvel wave next year, I thought as well.
Yep. That's a good shout.
Possibly.
Good shout. We shall see.
Anyway,
Okay.
back to
Okay.
these guys,
No one
sorry.
seems excited about the Beyonder. No one seems excited about Beyonder. We got a few misses. Maybe a hit. I think Rush put a hit. CJ said hit. Not in that outfit, he said, but he still said hit. But yeah, cool. Okay, moving on. How about this one? This one should get a little bit more attention. A character that has been a big deal within the Marvel sort of Spider-Man world, especially if you grew up in the 90s reading Maximum Carnage. And if you will look closely in the new Venom trailer, I think Shriek's in there, you know, because she's got the little
really?
tattoo. Yeah, there's a woman in a bed, like in an insane asylum or something, and she's got like the tattoo or whatever it is over the eye. So I think it's Shriek, yeah. Because it's not Scream, because Scream was that woman from the first. Not that I care too much about the Venom movie anyway, but I do think Shriek's going to be in the Venom movie. Either way, it's a Spider-Man character that's very toyetic, and we've had loads of the symbiotes so far.
Yeah.
The Foundation symbiotes and all of that, but we
Scream.
haven't had Shriek. She looks great. She's got like the cable eye. Honestly, watch the Venom trailer. If I'm wrong, someone can let me know in the comments, but I'm assuming the woman in the trailer is meant to be Shriek. I think they even cast Shriek as well. I think it's in the cast list that someone's playing Shriek. So
Cool comic Cosmic Chronic said hit if it's comic based.
yes, of course, we're talking comic. I didn't want Venom figures. I took Venom. Don't get me wrong. I don't even think I've got the Venom movie figure on display. Unfortunately, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about the Venom movie. Like, it was unnecessary. We've got the MCU. Like,
I thought it was so boring, bro.
just unnecessary. I like Tom Hardy, but just not as Eddie Brock. Do you know, like, I don't know. Weird feelings about the Venom movie. Hey, what emoji is that, CJ? It's like a heart on fire. That's pretty good. Didn't even know that existed. Is that a heart on fire or is an apple on fire? Something's on fire.
No, I think it's just hearts with fire, right?
It's a heart. Either way, I've never seen it before in my life. Definitely not one of mine. Yeah, people are saying it is Shriek in the trailer. So yeah, I expect to see Shriek live action debut in Venom whenever Venom comes out. I'm assuming. Did you like the Venom? Did you watch the Venom trailer just while we're on Shriek? We're very on theme.
I sort of watched it, but got quite tired of it.
Isaiah Bradley just ran past your face. I don't know if you noticed that there.
Oh no, I didn't know. So the toys they're just having a field day, you know, while I'm just.
He's actually skating across your face.
Yeah, exactly. No, I watched like the first 10 seconds of the trailer, got bored, skipped to the last 10 seconds of the trailer, saw Carnage, and then that was it. And then I replayed it while I was doing something else. So.
Yeah, I don't see Woody Harrelson as Carnage either. Woody Harrelson's not Cletus Cassidy. The casting is really weird. Like, I'll watch it. But I don't even got words.
It feels like it was like a let's attach a decent star, recognizable star to that name and see how it goes. To that, that name, that star name to that character, and just throw the movie out there.
Have you ever seen on The Simpsons, right? There's an episode where Bart burns down the Christmas tree or something like that. I think it's that episode. Anyway, they get nothing for Christmas, and they go for a Christmas walk, and they're going past the Flanders' house, and obviously they're celebrating Christmas in the window. So Homer's like, "Quick, kids, pretend we've got skis," and they're just going past people's windows like skiing, just like Isaiah Bradley has said. So that's what it reminded me of.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can quote Simpsons all day.
And there he goes.
There you go, skiing. Do you want to show off that custom, Brandon? Let me go full screen on you. We can.
I think we did last week, but I'd happily shamelessly plug again.
Hang on, let me see how I can go full screen. There you go. The floor is yours. Brandon's custom kit bash hour.
Oh, hold on. There it is. If you've got yourself an 80th cap, if you have a roadblock, just take roadblock's arms and head, put it onto cap, and you're good to go. Shameless plug, if you've not yet seen my picture of this guy on my Instagram, please go and check it out and drop a like on it. It was one of my my most positively responded to so far, so I'm really proud of it.
I've been saying for weeks now, Brandon, the ACBA game's on fire.
Thank you, bro.
Fiery heart emoji if I knew where they were. But yeah, Shriek. Okay, so let me just scroll back up real quick to look
Shriek is cool.
Let me look at the hit. I'll just give a few people a shout on this Shriek. Tana said hit. Cloud, yes. Jason, hit. Cloud Foxwell with the hits again. Andy Davis says, hey, no joke, the emoji emblem pins would be sick. Hey, that would be pretty good. OK Figures has hit. Rich M, of course, has hit. I'm assuming Rich likes everything on this list since he helped it put it together. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Maybe he put something in there he really hates, but no, it would make a good figure. Rich is a good guy like that. He'd do that for the greater good. Jamie said hit. 42012 says hit. Matt Owen said animated series look would be cool. All the Spider-Man animated series figures would look great if that happened. Bon Williams says hit for Shriek. Rush McGowan, of course, said hit. Tana says especially issues in Venom 2. Yeah, I do think if we get a Venom themed or another Spider-Man themed wave, Shriek is inevitable, right? Inevitable. She's a big character that's never a big Spider-Man villain, as I said, especially in the 90s. That's never had a character. Let me see if Rich has put any fun facts for us real quick. Yeah, debuted in 93. Yeah, Maximum Carnage, I mentioned that. Never had a figure. Yep. Okay, we're good to go. And she's in the new movie, yeah. So we sort of hit all the key points on Shriek, but very toyetic as well. Probably would be wearing more clothes, but you know what Hasbro are like. We shall see. Okay, next up. This guy's appeared on probably more lists than we've ever made. He appears on lists all over the place.
Definitely closer to this than not, I reckon, now. Let
me, real quick, I'm going to literally Google Marvel Legends Toad, right, and show you.
Rich said when there's 15 ladies in a row, that's a just for me list.
Okay.
Could be a future stream, Rich.
15 ladies. 15 ladies chosen by Rich. Makes Rich sound like a proper player, doesn't it? Rich is like, line up the 15 ladies in a row.
There you go.
I'm trying to find
Mega
a decent
Weapon
picture.
says, need a Spider-Man 2099 on the new retro Spider-Man butt. Amen, brother.
There's not many good pictures of Toad. I'm literally looking now for a good inbox photo of Toad, and they're all like. So,
well, he was one of the first Marvel Legends ever.
That's what I'm saying.
He's an original.
They're all small and pixelated. Okay, I think I found one. If I'm looking to the left, it's because that's where my screen is, people. But let me find Toad. Okay, then we can go back to Toad. Okay, so first ever Marvel Legends wave. Of course, let's hit on with the heavy hitters. There's a brand new line of action figures. We need all the A-list characters. Captain America, check. Iron Man, check. Was it Hulk or Thor? Thor, I think. Either way, one of them, check. And then, of course, we need a villain for these good guys to fight. How about the most iconic, most memorable Marvel villain of them all in Marvel Legends Wave 1? Toad. Whose decision was that?
So So for those who may know, those who may not know, the Legends line turns 20 years old next year. This line originally
So this
came out in
Toad is old.
2002.
I was going to say it's older than you, but it's not. Carry on.
Well, this Toad is older than Nathan.
Wow.
He was born in 2003.
This Toad is older than Nathan. Wow.
So I would not be surprised if we got remakes of these four characters on some kind of
Throwback bubble card or
anniversary.
something.
Yeah, to commemorate that original lineup. I think that would be amazing if they did that. I would absolutely adore that.
Let me go back to our picture of Toad.
Loads of
Okay.
hits in the chat.
Yeah, of course.
Loads and loads of pictures
So,
in the
of
chat.
course, Toad is like one of the characters from the sort of Brotherhood of Mutants that needs an upgrade for, let's be honest. And there's a few more. I think Cloud is saying Avalanche. We need a new Blob builder figure. Blob builder figure. To be fair, the previous Blob builder figure still holds up a little bit if you've got that. But let's be honest, this Toad that you see on screen right now, look how grim and yeah, that needs an upgrade. Let's be honest. There's no denying it. That needs an upgrade. And yeah, I'd take Toad in this sort of look as well. But he's had a few looks, Toad. He's got a more modernised look these days. But I like this sort of jestery. Would you call that a jester sort of outfit with a big collar?
Yeah.
As I said, he's got a couple of looks. It'd be curious to see which one Hasbro go for. But when I think of Toad comic-wise, this is how I think of him.
My favourite Toad was the X-Men Evolution.
Yeah, the sort of hipster sort of Toad, I guess. Would it be hipster?
Yeah, with a jumpsuit.
Yeah, and obviously Toad was in the Marvel X-Men movies as well. I think Toad did get a figure. I think he did. Yeah. So Rectangular says, I think Toad was the very first Marvel Legends figure, and that explains his lack of articulation based on very old sculpt and mold before the line was really hammered out. So yeah, that could be true. Even still, the Hasbro team are aware. Like most Marvel Legends from that Toy Biz era have been remade now. It's been, as I said, like Brandon said, over nearly 25 years, and Hasbro, in the golden age of Marvel Legends, Toad is inevitably going to be remade, and it's going to be better than the previous one, surely. Like MODOK, a lot of people didn't think we'd get a better MODOK than the Toy Biz one, and then the Marvel Legends team hit it out the park. So. Yeah, Toad is definitely a character, but it holds sentimental value for any collector, I am sure. I don't think you can get Toad on card now very easily or very cheap. Could be wrong, but it's that sort of elusive Wave 1 sort of figure now that is more famous than the figure's probably worth, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm just looking on eBay. There's one on eBay for like $90. You can get them loose pretty cheap, to be fair, but get a carded one, you're looking at $80, $60. $70.
Wait, for who? For Toad?
Toad, yeah, on card, mint on card.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we could do one day our theme is going to be the aftermarket, and we'll just spend the whole 2 hours going through eBay, seeing what the most expensive Marvel Legends are.
Wow, yeah, look at that. Toad is 60.
As I said, it's Wave 1. That's why. Wave 1. That's what it's all about. But yeah, you could give us interchangeable heads with a Toad Marvel Legend. We could obviously have the tongue or no tongue, different hairstyles. As I said, Toad look old and he's looked young in the comics. Is a bit weird like that. But still, a lot of hits. Brotherhood of Mutants, of course. We've most recently got Pyro. We've got Sabretooth, Magneto, Mystique. We need Toad, the little henchman there with them. Matt Martin says that Toad was supposed to come in a 2-pack with the Toad movie figure, but they cancelled it. That's why they put him in the first release of Marvel Legends. Wow, okay. Thank you very much for that, Matt. So yeah, Matt, if Matt is correct, that's a very interesting tidbit. So I suppose the X-Men movie figures was coming out the same year as the Marvel figures. Again, off the top of my head, I don't know that for sure, but I suppose that would make sense. Rush says Toad was the first Marvel Legends wave, was from a different line that got discontinued before release. It was supposed to be in a 2-pack with a movie figure. Okay, so there you go. So Rush and Matt are both saying the exact same thing, is that original Toad, if I can bring him back up real quick, there There he is. This original Toad was meant to be in a 2-pack with the movie Toad from a line that got discontinued. So they very randomly shoved him into this wave 1, considering it was all tooled up and ready to go. So that is why you get some heavy hitter Avengers with Toad. Very curious. Still, it's one of those fun tidbits in Marvel history. And again, I'm sure they'll make a big deal out of it when we release that and they get the re-release out. But yeah, a lot of people said hit for Toad. I don't think I've seen one miss for Toad. Let me just scroll up real quick. Brandon's on eBay right now trying to buy a Toad. Yeah, loads of people said hit.
So,
Cloud went, that is terrible. Come to the old one. Yeah, the old one's 25 years old. It's not a good looking figure anymore. Yeah, okay. That was some cool tidbits as well. Thank you, Matt, and thank you, Rush, and of course, Rectangular. I do like learning new things live on the stream. Much appreciated. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Who have we got next? The High Evolutionary. Who would like to see this in Marvel Legends form? Let me know in the comments. Hit or miss. First appeared in the Mighty Thor, 134 in 1966. The year England won the World Cup. Hooray! That's why I remember the year 1966. An almost godlike intelligence, he has made the evolutionary the Priya of the Marvel Universe, created an own race of half animals, half men called the New Men. His own planet with counter-Earth. Interesting. Consistently coming into conflict with various parts of the Marvel Universe. From the Avengers to the X-Men in most recent times, it was revealed that his genetic experiments were what gave Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver their powers, and they are not, in fact, mutants. Oh, that's that weird retcon stuff they did in the comics recently. Yeah. Interesting. It was with the High Evolutionary. Curious. But most importantly, he has never, or this character has never had a Marvel Legends before. And again, like we said, like adding new characters to the shelf. And it's one of those quirky cosmic characters that we know Todd likes, so Rectangular's put High Evolutionary is a must. I think he didn't always give Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch their powers. That is a very recent thing they sort of written into the comics. Let me zoom in real quick and check out this outfit. This could be, I'm sure there's pieces of Marvel Legends that they could kit bash this with. I'm thinking Colossus body. That skirt piece was from Black Knight. Yeah, that could be done. Surely, right? Maybe. Looking in the chat real quick. The original photo Star-Lord as well, says the Rectangular.
The other one I was thinking of is I can't remember his name. I'm looking for him. Cool comic, cosmic, chronic. Bloody hell, that is a tongue twisting name. I like the name, but it's tongue twisting. I told you.
He says agreed with Rectangular. Inquisitive Mind says hit. Identity Complex Correction says hit. Marvelous Nerd says, Dan, who is your favourite football team? I support Chelsea. They lost the FA Cup, but we're in the Champions League final, so we just need to beat Man City. But we shall see. I'll be happy if we finish top 4 at this rate. But that's my Chelsea talk for today. Jamie says hit. Cloud Foxwell says the Marvel Doctor. I can't read that word. CJ says, he's talking to the Ruckus. The Colossus from the Weapon Wars wave they made has a variant in the. Okay, they're talking amongst themselves. Pogo says hit. Marvelous Nerd says hit. Z-Man says hit. CJ says hit. Tac says Toad plus Toad. Take away Toad times 2 equals Toad. I'm going to have to believe you on that, Mark, because I can't be asked to do the Toad math right now. 2-pack Kang would work, says Jamie. Yeah, you're right, I guess. Yeah, would he? Yeah, he would. Well, maybe not. Baron Zemo has the skirt piece. Can reuse Dread Knight and the new heads.
That's who I was thinking of.
Dread Knight. Oh, Baron Zemo. Okay.
That's exactly who I was thinking of.
Yeah, we got there eventually.
I couldn't see him there. Anyway.
Were you leaning to get him? I thought you were leaning to grab him then.
I was trying, but he's this far away from like my arm's reach, like this far away. The rumor also is that the High Evolutionary created Rocket Raccoon in the MCU, and that he'll be in Guardians 3.
Ah, good shout. Yeah, because he does experiments, half humans, animals, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of thing James Gunn likes to do. I've just literally looked on my phone because it's beeping away, and I've seen Phil Jones posting pictures up, and he's got the Sentinel. Hang on, I'll see if I can get it up properly.
Scroll a couple pictures up from there.
Is it something I can show? Oh, you on about the Major Blood thing?
Yeah.
Have they said what time?
6 p.m.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's not in work time, so I'm fine with that.
Super limited as well, apparently.
Of course it is.
So we'll have to be quick.
Hang on, I'm just grabbing this picture from my inbox from Phil Jones because it made me laugh. There you go. We've got the Tri-Sentinel sitting there, stroking the cat, watching us on the iPhone, on his sofa chilling. That has a lot of articulation. I've showed it off already. I filmed a review last week and it went live on the channel recently. Creepy little robot.
I'm so on the fence about this thing.
Creepy.
It's like I really don't need it, but it looks like a great figure.
Again, Sentinel's coming. The year of the Sentinel, Brandon. People are going to be doing their evolution of the Sentinel pictures, and you'll be missing the Tri-Sentinel.
Don't hit me with that FOMO.
You'll probably get the pieces pretty cheap, or some of the figures are going pretty cheap.
This is the thing. I'm waiting for when that wave hits, how the Age of Apocalypse wave dropped.
Yeah.
Like that Age of Apocalypse where you could pick it up for
I seen X-Man and Jean Grey for £5 a piece at Forbidden Planet, but I didn't. I should have. I shouldn't walk away. Marvel Legends at £5, Brandon. I shouldn't walk away, but I sort of have to these days. Laser Pants, real great idea about Toad. Real quick, he said Toad should have a 4-inch long bendy wire tongue. That'd be genius. That'd be great. But as he said, we know that won't happen, unfortunately. He also says miss for High Evolutionary. But that idea with the bendy wire tongue on Toad would be great. Okay, right. Okay, Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse, he says he sold his Tri-Sentinel, couldn't get into it. Interesting. Oh, you didn't sell it to Brandon, did you, Tom? Come on now. Brandon's there, needs it. Only joking. Okay. High Evolutionary. Yeah, okay. There was definitely more hits and misses on that one. I think these obscure characters, some people ain't. But he's got some history within the Marvel Universe. But yeah, if Todd's happy, I'm happy. And he says hit. So moving on to the next one. Okay, this is...
Goblin Queen.
If Rich... Again, I'm just assuming this is the case. But if Rich M had to pick his most wanted figure on this list so far, and Rich, correct me if I'm wrong, is it Madeline Pryor, a.k.a. the Goblin Queen, in this exact outfit? You're probably not going to get it in this exact outfit. Let me just go to his notes, because this is what he said. He said her boobage or something like that. It made me laugh. The most notes he writ as well was for the Goblin Queen. He said, we'll never get a wide release due to a scantily clad under boobage. Definitely don't want any under boobage on Marvel Legends. But
oh my god,
Goblin Queen, unless it's an exclusive in recently. But let me read some notes that Rich has put while people are putting hit and miss. Okay, so of course I shouldn't have to explain who Madeline Pryor is. Of course, she is the mother of Cable. After obviously going off with Cyclops, she's the clone of Jean Grey. But then Jean Grey comes back and shit kicks off. She's like, why are you with my man? And she's like, well, I'm technically you, even though I'm not. And then Cyclops is like, threesome. But it doesn't exactly go down that way. I don't think they agree to it. But why is she the Goblin Queen? The Marauders, It's the hardest to summarise her whole story. She's basically convoluted. But okay, so Rich basically says it's hard to summarise her whole story. She's basically convoluted and bonkers. She has had a Toy Biz 5-inch Marvel Mutant X series. in a Mutant X outfit, but never, in capital letters, had a legend. And he says this, by the way, this is a quote from Rich, and anyone who types in the chat that she has had a legend, fight me outside after the show. And it's unlikely that the Goblin Queen will ever get a wide release due to a clad under boobage. So, right, does anybody disagree with Rich M and thinks that she has had a Marvel Legends before? Because Rich is ready for a fight. He's ready. The 50 cups are out.
I'd say hit.
Oh, 100%. Madeline Pryor is a hit. I take her in any form. She's a character, as we said, very weird backstory, but she is the Cable's mother, clone of Jean Grey, goes crazy and all that nonsense, I think. Phil Jones says tit, but I think he meant hit. I think that was just a typo from Phil Jones. We'll let you off. Don't ban him, mods. Oh, he's a mod himself. That's why you could probably allow that comment. Okay, yeah. Hit. Yes, massive hit from Rich. Big Will with lots of hits. 42012, absolutely. Mark Tack, hit. The Wolfpack hit. Radium hit. Air Extreme hit. Tony Collector hit. The Ruckus hit. Goblin Queen hit. Says Taltron. I can't read your name. I do apologise. Scrolling down. Tanner says hit. Phil Jones says exclusive boobage from SCDCC, maybe. All I hear is threesome, says Omega. Look, if you were Cyclops and you've got Jean Grey and then Jean Grey's got a clone.
So who's our
okay?
I've
just said.
Next one?
Okay, no.
Who have we got next?
No, okay, I know you're trying to move on, but let me just go back to the chat. Sorry, real quick. I won't talk about threesomes anymore. The Inevitable Hulk says hit. Clockwork Orgy, or he could have an orgy with them both, talking about Clout and Heaven. Sorry, that was Clockwork's Orgy's fault. He got it in my brain. Yeah. Oh, and still, Phil Jones does apologise for the typo as well. Of course, he meant to write hit. He just accidentally writ tit instead, which is fine. We don't mind. We'll let him off. Home Dude says hit. Evan says they could do a fan channel exclusive. The Fiery Dark Phoenix head would definitely be used. Oh yeah, true story. Yeah. Yes.
Not fair. Blake says Brian is too young to truly appreciate the X-Men. Hopefully the MCU fixes that. That's not true.
No, I don't.
Got a whole shop of X-Men down here.
Yeah, I just think this is as Rich said, she's a convoluted character, isn't she? Like
this is just like too deep for me.
Yeah, if Rich M can't summarise a character in a paragraph, then you know something's messed up. Rich did send us like a 2-page book on Madeline Pryor, but we said we ain't got time, Rich. We ain't got time, but we appreciate the research. Okay, a lot of hits on this. Again, the female characters always do get a lot more hits. Shriek got a lot of hits. Toad, I think's winning so far.
For sure.
But yeah. Phil says lesson learns. Here, make sure he uses the hit emoji from now on. Thank you very much, Phil. We appreciate that. We try and keep the show PG, of course. As I sit here drinking cider, talking about threesomes. Yeah, kids, enjoy Marvel Legends. This is the show for you. Only joking. Right. Okay. Next up, the kids should be in bed. Is my point. Over 13s only on this channel. All right, Brandon. I don't want YouTube cutting me off. Okay.
Absolutely.
Superior Spider-Man. What are you thinking? Do we need another one? Because we've had him before, but we had him without his arms, and it's technically Doc Ock in Peter Parker, if I remember correctly.
I think we definitely need a new one of these. I think the original one was 2014. It was the Ultimate Goblin Wave.
Yep.
I had 2 of these. The first one, I think it had really bad QC. I think that wave generally in the UK had really bad QC.
I brought ones from Home Bargains. You know they went in Home Bargains really cheap, right? So I brought a Carnage. Yeah. I brought someone else from that wave from Home Bargains. So I brought them from a legit retail shop, and I posted it online. This is like back when I only had 10 followers or something, and they all told me I was bootlegging. It was a bootleg, and I'm like, I brought it from Home Bargains. How can it be a bootleg? But people were convinced it was a bootleg because it was like a running change or something like that. But yeah, so apparently the ones I brought from an actual shop were bootlegs. I don't think they were. I just think they were fucked.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. I think it was like they were the factory second type deals, you know?
Yeah, they were AliExpress
But
versions. They just went to Home Bargains
yes,
instead.
exactly. But I think this would be great. I think having the legs as well would be great. I think especially because it would then set a precedent that we could reuse that same body, those same legs for a comic Iron Spider, which
Oh
would be
yes,
amazing as well.
yes. Yeah. In the
Um,
comics, he only has 3 arms, but they could use the same.
yeah, I think this is also another character that could benefit from using that retro Spidey body model as well. Just throw some pinless arms on there and you're good to go. I'm not even mad about the legs. Like I don't mind if you keep the pins on the legs, but throw some pinless arms in
There
there.
were some 3D
And
printed legs going around for this guy for a long time.
yeah, but
On that.
it just doesn't hit the same, you know?
No, I agree. I couldn't when I had a couple of these figures when I brought them at Home Bargains, and I tried to resell just to get my money back. I couldn't even sell them for £5. Do you know what I mean? Nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted it. But if you try now on eBay to try and get the Superior Spider-Man, you're looking at £20+ pound. It's mad how the tables turn like that. People backtrack trying to get all the Spider-Verse characters. So the facts of the story are any Spider-Man character that can be embedded in your Spider-Verse display will hold its value, if not go up. Most Spider-Man characters or costumes go up in value. That's a fact, including this guy. So I take a redo, I take the accurate arms, take the updated body like Brandon said. But yeah, this is essentially Doc Ock, very recent story in the comics as well. I say recent, I'm talking like 6 years ago now, but still. Doc Ock in Peter Parker's body as the superior Spider-Man, of course, because he wanted to prove he was the superior Spider-Man when he had the powers in Peter's body.
Yeah.
Get it? Superior Spider-Man? That's where he got his name? Oh, well. Just jumping in the chat real quick. Lots of hits for Superior Spider-Man. Yeah, again, a Spider-Man character, again, is going to get a lot of hits. Yeah, the Rooker says hit, I guess. Can't front on any Spider-Man character. And that's exactly what a lot of people say. Rob the Plastic Hour, he says only if it's on the retro card book, which is what you said, right? The retro body.
Spidey body.
Yeah.
Sure.
I can see Hasbro use the legs for a bath wave. No, I don't think the Superior Spider-Man legs would be big enough for a bath. I just think it would be like a Doc Ock style where you probably wouldn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece and they just pack it all in there. I don't think it's needed for a Build-A-Figure though. Maybe a deluxe, down the line.
I was gonna say maybe deluxe.
I'd rather take a comic Iron Spider as a deluxe figure though than a Superior.
Yeah.
Reminder that Home Bargains sold Red Pool when it was impossible to find. That's very true. It's how I got a couple of Red Pools back in the day. And Punisher. I think I got the Punisher from the Epic Heroes wave as well from there. Yeah, but I remember those days. I remember those waves. Home Bargains had a load of the Force Awakens Rays a few years back with dodgy paint. Yeah, maybe they must get them really cheap.
They were really bad.
Stores like that buy Legends or buy toys for like pennies. Pennies. It's basically just the bigger corporations and bigger distribution places getting rid of stock cheap because they need room in their warehouses for newer stuff. So they're like, who wants all of this cheap? So Home Bargains will literally buy Marvel Legends for like 50p a legend, and then they can afford to sell it for £5 a pop and still make loads of money. So yeah, Home Bargains. What's the American equivalent to Home Bargains, Brandon, for our American friends?
5 and below.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, our Home Bargains is 5 and below. Okay, yeah, hit. People are saying hit. Spider-Verse. Mini Plastic Multiverse says miss. Just one fantastic bag. Oh yeah, the Baghead Spider-Man and Iron Spider. That's inevitable as well, right? Spider-Man with the bare feet and the bag head.
Yeah. I reckon so.
That's inevitable. That's quite cool. Loads of people have done
And
custom.
easy to do for them as well.
Of course. You could just give us. I guess you'd need the bare feet. But if you couldn't give us the bare feet, but you wanted to just throw in a cheap, fun little Easter egg, like in a Johnny Storm or a Mr. Fantastic, just pack in a bag head, like as an interchangeable head, right? You know what I'm trying to say. It's a cheap way they could do it, obviously, but But yeah, either way, I do think Tom it's coming down the line at some point. And yeah, Cloud Foxwell says 5 below, Dollar General, etc. Okay, cool. Okay, next up. this is very on point, considering the Shang-Chi or the Shang-Chi. Still need to learn how to say it properly, but it's one of those. Is it Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi?
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. As soon as the film comes out, I'll hear it over and over again. But when you read stuff in the comics and you hear yourself say it in your head for so long, it's hard to break habits. Not that I read Shang-Chi comics, but when you read it on Marvel Legends packaging or watch reviews and everyone's saying it wrong, it's the A that puts me off. The Shang-Chi. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is very topical. Of course, we've had the trailer. The movie's coming out. The Mandolin, Trevor Slattery, of course. We've already had in Marvel Legends form. But have we had the classic-looking Mandarin for our X-Men shelf or wherever you want to put it? No, we haven't. Do we need it? Yes. Have we already spoke about this on a previous stream? Yes. But do we need it? Yes. Do I care? Yes. 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 Daniel Bryan. I've started chanting now. Brandon, do you want a Mandarin?
I absolutely agree with you. I think that we definitely need a Mandarin. I think that if we got it in the green robe or the red robe, either way, I would take it. I definitely think that...
You went quiet again, you. It's went back to your headphones now. The mic switched.
Say my mic switched?
Yeah, it switched from one to the other. So speak now.
Wait, how about now?
Yeah, you were. Yeah, it's all good now.
Okay. Because my earphones were dying, so I had to quickly put them to charge. Yes, I think whether it's the green robe or the red robe, this is definitely a must get for me personally. I think it's definitely a must for the line. I think they're really just smashing it with some of the really top tier iconic villains at the moment. From anything from Kang to the Leader to Red Skull, Dormammu. Yep. So put Ultron, put Mandarin in that list as well, and we're flying high. I think this is definitely a must get. And
lots of hits. Cloud Foxwell, Bon Williams, Laserpants, Air Extreme, Jason, The Ruckus, 2012, Nathan, Air Extreme, JC, The Inevitable Hulk, Mini Plastic Multiverse, Jamie, Matt, Cool Comic, Cosmic Chronic. Oh, that's going to tongue twist me every time. Stryden says, give it to me now in the Iron Man animated costume. Just think, it's inevitable that we're going to get the Iron Man retro card back at some point. Go back and watch our Iron Man retro stream. We went through the whole 4 series. Yeah, series, that's a word. Mandarin is a perfect character that features heavily in that animated show. That could easily be put on a retro card in the opposite colour. Like if we get this, let's say we get the Mandarin in Bring on the Bad Guys Wave 2. If that happens, they could give us the green robe in that version and then switch it and give us the red robe in the Iron Man retro card. Do you know, like, he's definitely a character you could get use out of if they tooled him up correctly. Sure. And like Brandon said, he's definitely going to be more of an iconic sort of character in regards to pop culture when the Shang-Chi movie hits. But definitely. Like in regards to comics, just like Brandon said, some of the A-listers, Ultron, Doctor Doom, Red Skull, who else did you say? Kang, Ultron. Like, yeah, he definitely sits amongst those guys. No problem at all. But yeah, lots of hits. And Fardad Manning says hi. Hi, Fardad Manning. Welcome to the chat. I always like to say hello to anyone's name I don't recognise. Iron Dan and the Brandarin live stream, says Mark Tac.
That's not bad. That was pretty well done.
Jeremiah says, hit me, baby, one more time. I like that. For the Mandarin, of course. Inquisitive Mind says hits as well. And then CJ says, I have this in the Toy Biz versus wave. Yeah, I believe that's the only way to get it currently. I don't think Hasbro have done one.
They're running changes, the green and the red versions in the Iron Man.
Okay. It makes sense. Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, Mandarin, definitely huge hit. Matt says huge hit as well, yeah. Cloud is laughing at Iron Dan and the Mandarin. Okay, Iron Man Deluxe retro carded titanium man. This is the Ruckus. Okay, cool. Right, next up, more villains.
Yes.
So do you think?
Another one we've done, but
So do you
Definitely
think,
needed.
Brandon, this is... So the rumoured HasLab is coming up in July. It's Fantastic Four themed. The first bad guy that the Fantastic Four fought in their comics. Again, I could be wrong, but I believe it was Mole Man. He has like his little mole lights. He has like a big tunneling machine type thing.
He does.
Do you reckon that is the HasLab coming up in July?
I think it is.
Of course
I
it
really
is.
think it is.
We're
I think
breaking
it's such
exclusive news
such a
here.
Good contender. Yeah, I think it's a great contender. I think this is an easy reuse, out of the Doc Ock body, the Frogman body.
Yep.
And so the real bonus would be Mole Man's all of his vehicle and equipment on top.
Imagine that. Imagine that's the curveball. People are like, come on, Galactus. And they're like, nope. You thought it was Galactus. Or you thought it was the Fantastic Car. It's actually Mole Man. And I've already got a
And the
Mole Man.
Molinator.
Wait 1 sec. I've got Mole Man.
Do you really? The old one?
So as a current stand-in on my Marvel Legends shelf for Mole Man, here he is, Mole Man.
I remember us talking about this last time he came up.
I have to. Any opportunity I get to pull out a Simpsons figure, it's going to happen. But yeah, Mole Man. Someone asked in the chat earlier about Simpsons figures, and I can't remember what you said, but I've got most of the Playmates figures. Do I want more Simpsons figures? Yes, I do. This Mole Man's a little bit yellow now, to be fair, but he's held up well. Football in the groin. Anyone remember that? Anyway, Mole Man, great guy. Is that sarcasm, or do you actually know that episode?
No, I know that episode.
Okay, good. I'll never know.
Rich just told me about it in my ear.
Oh,
That's how much I
okay.
know
What's
about
that?
episode.
Mole Man? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. So obviously we're joking. The HasLab is of course going to be Galactus. If it's not,
Well,
it's not going to be the Fantastic Car. It's bloody Galactus. I'm going to stay up till 3 a.m. Go to the unboxing a live show with Kevin and Brian, and just be like super chat Brian going, just admit it's Galactus already. For God's sake, we all know it. It's Galactus. However, to go along with Galactus,
not long to go now. Come July, I will know.
And Fantastic Four, Mole Man is technically, I've said this before, is he technically the first Marvel villain?
Technically.
Yeah, so Fantastic Four's first villain, Mole Man and his army of Moloids, has long been requested for a Hasbro update. With a retro wave this year and the HasLab project, could be Mole Man finally getting a new shiny Marvel Legends figure. Here's hoping, says Rich. So, yeah, we could get on the retro card. We've got Fantastic Four. I'll take Mole Man. As you said, easy reuse from Frogman over here. Very clever. To be fair, when Doc Ock first came out, everyone's first thought for reuse on Doc Ock was, of course, Mole Man. Just made sense. Nobody thought we'd get Frogman. So that shows that the Hasbro team they know Mole Man's going to happen. They just threw in a curveball. Very clever reuse of Frogman. But we need the other Animal Man, which is, of course... And we need some Molite little accessories as well. I think he did, in the Fantastic Four retro wave, he came with a little Moloid, little figure guy. So give us a couple of little Moloids just to stand underneath him. I'll take that all day long. But yeah, until then, you can get this guy on eBay for relatively cheap, and he can sit with your Fantastic Four. Have I got anyone from the Fantastic Four? Yeah, here we go. There we go. Look at that. You're looking at Marvel history right here. Fantastic Four and the first villain. He doesn't look like much of a threat, Mr. Fantastic, but I promise you, look at that stick. He hit you with it. He hit you. Whoa. Oh, don't want to see the fight live on camera. Take it outside, lads. Take it outside. Okay, let's have a look at the chat. What are we saying? Lots of hit. Definitely need for every first bad guy from the 616, says 42012. Clockwork Orgy says hit. Are these just rumours? Says Deca? I can't read. But yes, everything we say is rumours. Unfortunately, we don't know the facts. But we make educated guesses here on the Dan Who live stream. Me and Brandon know a thing or two about Legends, I like to say.
We do?
Yeah, we know a little bit. We know a little bit.
A little bit.
What's that, Rich?
We know our fair share.
No, Rich says he knows everything. He just feeds it to us. That's fair enough.
This is also true. Yeah. We're only as good as our producer.
Yeah, so Matt says if Mole Man has better, if it is Mole Man, he better come with 10 Moloids. Here's hoping there's tier incentives for Galactus, Firelord, Airwalker, Nova, Morg. Yeah, I think it's a layup that the unlockable tiers for Galactus will be his heralds. Yeah, you may even get a Silver Surfer with him anyway. Do you know, just packed with him.
Yeah. The thing I'm really going to be curious about is to see how they lure us into getting more than one. That's my biggest question. What are they going to do that will... Because, I mean, they must have thought about it, right? Like, why wouldn't you think about it?
Maybe they make his unlockable tiers army builders.
Yeah, because Rich was saying zombie Galactus, Ultimate Galactus, all kinds of...
I don't know. I have no idea. We shall see. Maybe it's Mole Man and the Moloids or the Fantastic Car.
Yeah,
we don't know.
You never know.
I think Tanner's asking me, have I got the Stanley Simpsons figure? Yes, I have. On card, mint upstairs. It's beautiful. I've got Stanley in Marvel Legends and Stanley in Simpsons form. They're beautiful. I've also got the Matt Groening one, and Tony Hawk, and Britney Spears, and loads of weird celebrities. Yeah, I love the Simpsons line. I've seen someone post on Instagram that they think Super 7 are going to announce Ultimate Simpsons figures, which would blow my mind and also blow my bank account. Curious. We shall see where it goes. There isn't a lot of Simpsons merch and a lot of potential, but we'll save that for another stream. Okay, moving on from Mole Man. Dark Miss Marvel. So Rich has very sneakily put another female on the list. And Dark Miss Marvel is aka Moonstone, but it's when she joined the Dark Avengers, I assume. So it's Moonstone as Miss Marvel in the Avengers. So yeah, Norman Osborn's Dark Avengers. She took on the Miss Marvel moniker and wore a version of the Carol Danvers original costume. Long overdue a new figure. Moonstone herself has had a figure with the SDCC Thunderbolt set and was even the first figure to use the female Moonstone book. However, that did not have a wide release. Yeah, so...
This is personally one of my most wanted on the list. I think this is top tier. I love this. I love this costume in the same way that I like the Endgame Captain Marvel costume. That the blue and the red, it just is such a nice mix. I think I would really like to see Hasbro start filling out the Dark Avengers team as well, because we've kind of touched on it over the years, but we haven't really gone full for it. So I think that would be really cool, especially when. We could see this team on the horizon in the MCU at some point.
Maybe.
Cool.
They'll definitely do a version of the Dark Avengers at some point. They've got to, right? Got to. Like Baron Zemo could take over.
Swirling that it was on the cards, like they're looking at Young Avengers, they're looking at Dark Avengers, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Norman Osborn, but it'll be someone else doing it. It could be Thunderbolt Ross doing the Dark Avengers and a Thunderbolt sort of mashup. Could be something like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe
for sure, but this is definitely a must get.
Hey Dan, I still have an extra Silver Surfer if you need one. Which one are you on about, Matt? If you're on about the silver shiny Silver Surfer, hit up my DMs. But if you're on about the black one, I think I'm good, my friend. Let me just have a quick look. So Pogo said Moonstone cosplaying Miss Marvel hit. Jeremiah, I don't want to ignore you, but he just says, bring it back to the Mandalorian for a sec. Are we sure Hasbro won't swerve us and give us the first appearance costume Mandarin? He was in the Alex Roth Marvel Villains artwork in that costume. Who knows? I would be happy with Mandarin in comic form in any of his looks. They're all not too crazily different, and it's still the Mandarin, so we shall see. Okay, back to Dark Miss Marvel, which is Moonstone cosplaying as Miss Marvel, as Pogo obviously put. So Jamie says hit, Cloud says hit, Eric Stream hit, the Ruckus hit, as long as there's a Danvers head in there. That's the genius way to do it, is you give us Carol Danvers and the Moonstone head with this body, as we're yet to have this version of Carol released in the sort of modern era anyway. Mini Plastic Multiverse says more of the Dark Avengers and Thunderbolts, the better. Blake says hit. Tanner says hit. 42012. Jeremiah says Dark Avengers all day. VJ says yes. Yeah, okay. Jason says hit. Cool. And then other chats away. High School Creation says hit as well on Miss Marvel. So people are writing other things as well, but I need to pause to read them for a second. But still, like Brandon said, I'm sure this whole concept of Dark Avengers will slowly creep into pop culture as the MCU move into that sort of territory. They sort of need to give us Norman Osborn first, but we shall see where Far From Home takes us. But yeah, Dark Avengers, we've sort of haven't technically got any of them yet. There's kit bashes you can do though. You can kit bash the Iron Patriot body and the Norman Osborn head together. You can kit bash the Hawkeye, the vintage Hawkeye, or the Odin Build-A-Figure Hawkeye with the screaming bullseye head. We've already got what's his name? Ares. Ares is in the Dark Avengers, right?
Yeah, Ares was in the way from 2017.
Yeah, so or he's in the he was a Build-A-Figure way back when as well, but still it's basically the same figure.
It's crazy how much money he was going for before that re-release.
And just before that re-release hit as well, like knockoffs started floating around on eBay and AliExpress as well.
Yeah,
it's weird. I'm always curious how these come about. It's very odd. Inquisitive Mind says hit on this as well. So does Radium. So does Thanos the Mad Titan. Tony Collector. Papa Smitty. He says yes. Hit.
Oh, Matt Martin says it's the first silver one.
Oh, okay. Hit me up, Matt Martins. My Instagram is @itsdanwho.
Matt Martin, ignore him. He's got one
hang on.
already.
Hang on.
Homeboy over here.
Sorry, I don't know what happened to Brandon for a second. His mic's turned off and his cameras broke at the same time. But Matt, if you do have the Silver Surfer, hit me up, all right? Dan Who Live, you get this guy. Oh, and the technical difficulties are over and Brandon is back. Sorry, Brandon, I don't know what happened there, but you did just disappear for a few seconds. But we've changed the topic now.
Matt, I disappeared, but you can see my name is on the thing here, so let's talk. Let's talk, Matt.
Okay, moving on to another character that we mentioned earlier that we need a figure for, and it was previously mentioned earlier when we were talking about the Brotherhood of Mutants. It's a character we need from that. So, of course, we're talking about Avalanche, a character we haven't had in Legends form ever, maybe? Let me quickly check Rich's notes.
Ever? We have one in the X-Men Classics line. Forever?
Andre 3000?
Amen. We did have one in the Toy Biz line, the X-Men Classics Toy Biz line, but we haven't had that classic, like, A-branded look.
Okay, so
that mind's eye version of Avalanche.
Rich in my ear, super producer Rich is just coming to me now and says that, yeah, Avalanche, what's that, Rich, has never had a Marvel Legends figure, and he says if you disagree with him, he will fight you outside. So yeah, Avalanche, Brotherhood of Mutants character, just like we were talking about earlier with Toad, Avalanche, two Brotherhood of Mutant characters we definitely need to go along with the updated Pyro, the updated Mystique, obviously Magneto, of course, at the front of all of that. But these are some of the prime candidates. I don't have the Blob Build-A-Figure, so I would take the Blob Build-A-Figure. A re-release is what I'm trying to say, or a deluxe version of Blob, a redo of Blob.
Definitely deluxe.
But I do think the Build-A-Figure, if you do have it, it does hold up very well in a modern Hasbro collection display. But I wouldn't be mad personally. I know some people probably would be the price you're paying for the Blob Build-A-Figure on the aftermarket. But yeah, give me a Blob at this £50 sort of MODOK price range. Happy days. I think that a lot of people would be happy with that as well. Okay, jump to the chat. Okay, yeah, Inquisitive Mind, 42012, Tanner, Airstream, yeah. Just scrolling. And High School Creations agrees with me as well. He says we need a new Blob. Again, I do think the Build-A-Figure is pretty good. It wasn't a Toy Biz one. It was a Dark Days of Hasbro one. But it could definitely be redone. But it's still good though. Not hating on it. And just I personally would like a new one for my own selfish collection. Rich Rich says he's not fighting everyone. He's not Russell Crowe. To be fair, Rich, no one's disagreed with you, so no one's fighting with you yet. So you're good. Your facts are true. It's all good.
Cloud says they need to re-release Mystique. I know too many people that missed her. Makes me wish I grabbed a second one to help someone out.
Yeah, I've had a few people message me like recently. Someone was recent as last week. I apologise if I forget your name, but yeah, hitting me up going, can you know anywhere to get a Mystique at retail? Or, and I'm like, no way, not a chance.
So the funniest thing is that where Mrs. Hero used to live in Miami, there was a Walgreens literally across the road. So whenever I used to go to visit her when she was at school, we would literally just walk across the road and walk into Walgreens. And they had the March that she came out, they had a sale on if you had a Walgreens card for $11.99, and there was like 3 Mystiques on the shelf.
Oh my god, she brought them all up.
I regret hard.
Well, she came with 3 heads as well, so some people out there probably did buy 3 because she came with the Rogue half on half off. I should have brought 2, but I didn't. Real quick shout out to Mouse Wick in the chat. He says John McClane or Rambo. Brandon, question to you: John McClane or Rambo? Same question to the chat as well. John McClane or Rambo? That's to do with Warzone, by the way. They've released 2 new skins, but of course, John McClane is from Die Hard. Rambo's from Rambo. Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis. You know the score.
You've
not seen Die Hard, by the way?
Like, I've not seen Die Hard or Rambo.
What?
But obviously, I know Bruce Willis and
your mic and camera may break again. I'm just telling you. But Die Hard and Rambo. Are you serious? Oh my god, we need to give Brandon some homework, people. Die Hard is my favourite Christmas movie of all time. Can't believe you've not seen Die Hard or Rambo. To be fair, you're a different generation. Okay, the chat are jumping in straight away as we swerve from Marvel Legends talk. Thanks, Mousewick. He says, Phil Jones says Rambo, 42012 says Rambo, High School Creation says Rambo's. Miguel says McClane because of all the quick-witted remarks. Yippee-ki-yay! Yeah, I say John McClane all day long, but I was a big Bruce Willis fan. But I like Rambo as well, but yeah, I prefer Die Hard than Rambo. Rambo is pretty dark when you think about it, all PTSD or whatever it is. But okay, people are Rambo over McClane, Rambo all day. Rambo, Blood Rambo all day. Okay, everyone's saying Rambo. Tom's with me, he says John McClane. So there's 3 of us that say John McClane. I think High School Creations is saying what at you not seeing those films. I am also shocked that he hasn't seen that.
Oops.
Dan B, you killing me, Smalls. Yes, Dan, who with the Die Hard is the Christmas movie to beat all Christmas movies. Is it not a Christmas movie? Are they not going to the Nakatomi Plaza at Christmas? It's a Christmas movie. It's just an action movie that takes place at Christmas, but it's still a Christmas movie. It's just the way it is, I'm afraid. Okay, moving on, moving back to the Marvel Legends talk. Avalanche, Brotherhood of Mutants that we definitely need. Moving on to this guy. Brandon, anything goes wrong in life, right? I blame this guy.
It was... We have to. We have to. There's no
it was
way,
Mephisto!
No oh, wow. Dave Filoni is officially an executive creative director at Lucasfilm Disney. Sorry, I just had a notification come through. Yes, I agree. If anything ever goes wrong, it is definitely this guy. I think if there was ever a figure that we could finale this villain's stream on, it would be this guy. I think that Marvel Select did one. I think that's the only time I've ever seen Mephisto in plastic form. So I think that he's definitely a character that a lot of people are looking for right now, or would like to see in the line right now. I remember there was a lot of conversation around, he looks like the devil, he is the devil, so therefore we may not ever see this character.
Can't get a figure of him yet.
But I think if they could do it, a fan channel exclusive, so you don't have to stock shelves with it, would be pretty cool. An online retail. retailer exclusive Amazon, maybe.
I do think that's one of those internet rumors. It's an educated rumor because there's logic to it, but I don't know if that's actually came out of the mouth of anybody that works for Hasbro or Marvel or what. But I understand where they're coming from. Would a toy company like Hasbro make a figure that visually represents the devil? It's an awkward conversation, but you could argue like Dracula and loads of villains could look devilish, if that makes any type of sense. But yeah, Mephisto's
Matt said that, Brandon, since you haven't seen those movies. Damn. No.
Yes, I knew I've watched Die Hard and Rambo for a reason. I watched all of the Die Hards and all of the Rambos. I have them on DVD as well, just in case you wanted confirmation. Hang on. But yeah, Mephisto. Let me jump to what Rich has put, 'cause I'm sure Rich has put something a lot more clever than my thoughts. No, he just put... Rich's notes for Mephisto is, it was Mephisto all along, except in Marvel Legends line, where he has never had a figure. So, yes. Mephisto. He's been in a lot of people's mouths this year, thanks to WandaVision. Every single episode of WandaVision was like, it's Mephisto, we're going to see Mephisto. Did we ever see Mephisto? No, we never did. Which...
Never.
Yeah, which I like... I wasn't mad about it, but I sort of was caught up in the hype with everybody else. Do you know what I mean? I thought, okay, Mephisto's got to be pulling the strings. I thought we may not see him, but maybe Agatha worships him or something like that. But that wasn't the case at all, it didn't seem. And, Rich M says, the Entertainer would never sell him. You are completely 100% correct. The Entertainer would never sell the devil on their shelf. They wouldn't even sell Harry Potter, and he's a boy wizard. So they're not going to sell Mephisto. But yeah, you're not wrong. That was an interesting fact. For anyone in the UK who doesn't know, the owner of the Entertainer is like very religious. That's why they don't open on a Sunday, because obviously that's like Sundays, the church days, etc. But he doesn't sell like anything Harry Potter because it's all about witches and wizards. He doesn't sell certain female figures. The Entertainer's a weird for its own reasons, which is fair enough. But weird rules at the Entertainer. Fox Cloud says Christianity ruining it for the rest of us again. Phil Jones told me those facts. I was unaware. Cloud also says, Mephisto along with a new Blackheart, please. Jesus Mephisto face off 2-pack, says Blake. Imagine that. Has Jesus ever appeared in the Marvel Universe? Let me ask Phil. Not Phil. Phil wouldn't know. Rich. Or Phil. Let's just ask Phil now, actually. I don't care what Rich says. Phil, has Jesus ever appeared in the Marvel Universe, Phil? I'm really curious to know. I thought you're the man to tell me. He did give us the facts on the Entertainer, to be fair, so maybe he does know. Okay, plus Mastin Pride would have to be an exclusive release as CJ. Yeah, looks like he's a big bad behind the Heroes Be Reborn crossover going on at present, says Rich M. Interesting. He's not stuck in Scarlet Witch from the Disney Plus wave, but you can get everybody else. Yeah, that is weird. That is some weird rules. No Entertainers in the US, though, I imagine, so you guys don't have to worry about that.
No.
I had to talk to someone at work, so I couldn't respond right away. But Brandon, I just spit out my water. You got to get on these classic films, amigo, Keith says. Keith agrees. Get on it, Brandon. We need to give you some homework. At the end of the stream, we'll give Brandon a little list of movies that he needs to watch. And Die Hard and Rambo are definitely on there. These are films that, just like Ghostbusters, where you don't have to be a biggest fan of it, but they're films you should be aware of. Films you should have seen at least once, in my opinion.
Someday. I've been meaning to get around to it. It's just been a long...
So you wouldn't have known who John McClane is if I didn't say Die Hard?
No.
Ah, okay, interesting. It's weird. You take things for granted, don't you?
Although when I read it, I pictured Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone.
Okay, so you knew who it was then, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I did. But I guess I wouldn't... I guess it would have taken me a bit longer to make the link between Bruce Willis and Die Hard.
Yeah, that's all right. They're known. God made an appearance as a homeless man in the Spider-Man during the Black in Black time frame. Interesting. Tom Plastic Multiverse says, I've just made that name up. His name's Tom, but his mini Plastic Multiverse, and I just said his tag was Tom Plastic Multiverse. That's a mashup, Tom, just for you. Jesus versus Mephisto pack would be big. He says hit. God appeared in the FX comic, Fantastic Four comic, where they revived Ben from heaven. He looked like Jack Kirby. Oh, that's a nice touch. Mephisto should have been in the Disney Plus wave, says McGow. No, it shouldn't have, because Mephisto has nothing to do with WandaVision. Everyone was fooled.
I mean, you know what I would have loved to have seen would have been like a Falcon and Winter Soldier wave and a WandaVision wave. Just to you know, I mean, look, this is just me being purely greedy, right? So I'll just throw it out there. I have no complaints about Disney Plus wave. I think it's probably going to be my favorite wave of the year. But yeah, I would have loved to have just had more. Please, sir, can I have some more? Mixing in the MCU and comic figures would have been cool.
There's enough characters within both to have done that. You could have given us Jimmy Woo. You could have given us Monica Rambeau. You could have given us Agatha. There you go. There's your 5 figures with Wanda. You could have given us both versions of Vision. So there's enough for a WandaVision wave as it is. You could have given us Battlestar. You could have given us Sharon Carter. You could have there's definitely more to it. You could have given us some of the Flag Smashers. Yeah, easily could have been done. Disney Plus wave solo. In the comics, Jesus is known as the one above all, says Russia McGowan. Didn't Doom have armor made out of Jesus cross? Oh, okay. So Rich says, didn't Doom have armor made out of the Jesus cross to fight Dracula in Captain Britain? And is that MI13? Interesting. While there was David Allen Anger, aka Anger the Screamer, that looked like Jesus, give Jesus an alternative head and a pair of hands, says Thanos the Mad Titan. Yeah, interesting. Yo, spring on the Goblin Queen, says Hard Hatter. You're late to the party, my friend. The Goblin Queen was way back. There she was. Talked about the Goblin Queen. So let's take this. Let's go back to the start. Let's recap. And before we chat some nonsense for the last couple of minutes of the stream, let's just recap who we did talk. And you in the comments, anyone, we've got over 100 people here right now. So if you are one of those 100 people that are close to the keyboard, that can type, then let me know which one of these would be your pick. If you were in the Hasbro boardroom with the Marvel team right now, you were putting a wave together and you could pick one of these to be made in Marvel Legends form right now, who would it be? Hyperion, Dr. Spectrum, Mr. Negative, Dracula, Beyonder, Shriek, Toad, High Evolutionary, the Goblin Queen, aka Madeline Pryor, Superior Spider-Man, the Mandarin, Mole Man, Miss Marvel, or Dark Miss Marvel either, which is Moonstone in cosplay, you know the score, Avalanche, or Mephisto. Please put your answers on a postcard and send them into Dan Who Reviews at P.O. Box. Maybe I should get a P.O. Box one day. Okay, so let me know which one of these people, which one of these do you want to see in figure form. I'll read some out as we wind down here. Brandon, I'll start with you.
I am going with... Wait, guess mine and then I'll guess yours and let's see if we get it right.
Mandarin.
Oh, wow. Damn. Okay, yeah. Okay, you won.
Yes! Yes.
I didn't think you were going to get it.
Who do you think I was going to say?
Dark Miss Marvel. I thought you were going to say Dark Miss Marvel.
Nah, Mandarin's like you were saying about the A-listness of villains. Like it's a good year for villains. Sure. A new Ultron. We've recently got Kang. Red Skull's coming out. We've got a decent Doom recently. Yeah. He's definitely a character that sits amongst them. Sure. Shout out Shadimus Prime as well, by the way, in the chat. He says Toad is his pick. Thank you very much, Shat, for dropping by. We need to get you on here, Shat. So
thank you very much.
If you're ever available in the UK time zone type of vibe, we can definitely have you on for a stream. But time zones are weird. But if you're willing to accommodate, or we can accommodate you, either way, let's make it happen. That'll be a good collab. Yes.
We did it for Wade. We're happily doing.
Oh, of course. Right. Let me read out some of these, Brandon, and you can guess mine. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so let me go back. Thank you for everyone who's written. So Evan says Toad. The inevitable Hawk says Dracula. Rich M, of course, said Goblin Queen. I knew that anyway, Rich. The Ancient Gaming, Dracula, Thanos the Mad Titan, the Mandarin. Nathan says, give me that Mandarin. Jeremiah says the Mandarin. Phil Jones says Mole Man. Mr. Sinister Nasty Boy says Air Extreme. Bon Williams says Sinister Superior Spider-Man. Goblin Queen or Mephisto says Jamie. The Wolfpack says Toad. Inquisitive Mind says Avalanche. Blake says Goblin Queen. Cool Comic Cosmic Chronic says Toad and Blob. Travis says Bolt. I tried really hard to make sure I got his name right. Travis says Mole Man. Mini Plastic Multiverse says Mandarin or Mole Man. Chartemus, of course, says Toad. Omega 13 says The Devil. I'm assuming he's talking about that guy. Matt says the Mandarin.
Mephisto.
That's the one. What? It's weird that with these things on the tip of your tongue, and when you're reading quickly, your brain blurs. Damien says Mole Man. 425 says Mr. Negative on Mephisto. So yeah, let me skip back off this. So yeah, overall people. The Inevitable Hawk says I have Illusionary. Yeah. Toad says Travis. CJ says Toad. Interesting. So it's a good mix there. Eric Stream says Dracula. So no, there was not one clear winner out of that. There was definitely a mix. A lot of Toads, Goblin Queens, Mandarins as well with very popular. Mole Man, a lot of Mole Mans as well. We even had a couple of Avalanches in there. So yet again, can we get a round of applause in the chat, please, for Rich M, aka Displayed Once, for always helping us put together these lists and creating the good graphics for us. Where's my little clap emoji? I swear there's a little clap emoji somewhere. There you go. Clap, 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 clap. And that is for Displayed Once on Instagram. Make sure you go and follow Rich as well. Displayed Once. Thank you very much. Yeah, you're getting it right. Cool Comic Cosmic Chronic. Yeah, Cool Comic Cosmic Chronic. Cool Comic Cosmic Chronic. Cool Comic Cosmic Chronic. See, I got it. It's unlocked now. Cool Comic Cosmic Chronic. Cool Comic Cosmic Chronic. But yeah, shout out Rich M. As always, all these fancy graphics you see on the middle of the screen. Whenever we have fancy box art or anything like that, it's always Rich M. Displayed Once. He does help me out massively, so I don't have to stress about this type of stuff. So yeah, it makes us look good.
Absolutely,
and he feeds me and Brandon the notes as well in the ear, like he's in our ears, like an actual executive in a TV show. What's that? Rich? Give him a pay rise? No, sorry, Rich. Once we're 30 weeks in, I'll give you a frog, man. Oh shit, we're 41 weeks in. Shit. When we get to the year anniversary, I'll buy you a treat. Yeah.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, good times, people.
That?
Good times.
Can we just take a minute?
Let's take a minute. Deep breath.
That Dan and I have done this every week for 41 weeks in a row.
Straight. Haven't missed a week.
Have not missed a single week in 41 weeks.
Indeed.
Man.
It's been good. Lots of lists. Lots of lists are worth a rewatch as well. So if you haven't watched every stream, go back and check out the titles of some of the streams in the playlist. Some of them are rewatchable. Yes, of course, we'll talk about new releases and stuff. But when we get into the meat and bones of the topic, the lists are still very relevant. Like this super chat by Air Extreme. Thank you very much. Let Friday read that out. Can we get an X-Men villains list? Yes, we can. We could do that. Rich, super producer Rich, get on it. Let's get an X-Men villain list on the go. But yeah, if anyone else has theme suggestions, go on.
Rich said, "I don't want a Spy Master. I'll just take the £5 B&M voucher."
Look, that wasn't payment. That was a gift. There's a difference, all right? That was a gift. I'm still waiting to see a nice ACBA photo of Spy Master, by the way.
Oh, I'm working on it. All
right, cool. No pressure.
Working on it.
No pressure.
They're over my shoulder. Wait,
I'm going Forbidden Planet tomorrow. I'm buying every £5 figure there is and just sending them Rich. You're going to get. There you go. There he is. Your little crew going on there.
The other thing I was going to say is, yes, exactly as you say, Dan, if anybody has any stream suggestions, do let us know. We do have a lot in the pipeline already mapped out till July. So we do get pretty excited about what we're thinking, but we're always open to suggestions. So.
Yeah, and we're coming, as I said, we're a couple of weeks away yet, obviously, a couple of weeks away, but just think, June's around the corner, and June's the 6th month of the year. That means we're halfway through the year already. So we're definitely going to be doing like top 10 figures of the year so far, favourite figure of the year so far, quarter 2 figure so far. Shout out Nathan with a super chat. I'll let Friday read that out.
Nathan Toland donated £5 through super chat. Pal, thank you Nathan Toland. Another fantastic stream, good on ya lads, clapping hands, light skin tone.
Thank you very much. What does Friday have to say? Clapping hands, like skin tone. There's no need for that. No need for that, Friday. Just say clapping hands. Ridiculous. Thank you very much, Nathan, for the super chat. All the same, much appreciated. So if you do have topic suggestions, please let us know. But it's basically all I'm saying is that the next couple of, as we move into the next couple of weeks, should be some fun topics to discuss. Try and get some fun guests on here as well. Again, I should be going back to the last stream of the month, having some channel members on, which is next Thursday. So probably for the second half of the stream, I'll bring on some channel members. So next Thursday, if you want to be a part of this show, just be a channel member at the members club level and hit me up. I'll be putting it out on my Instagrams and stuff anyway. Let me just find the button real quick. So again, if you want to be on the stream with me and Brandon talking toys, then of course I do Legends and Liquor once every 2 weeks. But at the end of the month, I missed it last month, unfortunately. I was just really busy, but I'll try and get back to it for this month. And for the second part of the stream, we will have channel members on. So if you want to be part of this stream next week, then hit that join button, become a channel member, and then let me know, and I'll try and get as many of you on as possible. If you want to be on, I'll try and make it happen. We're very accommodating here at Dan Who Reviews. As I said, very laid back. Go and watch Legends and Liquor. I think I've actually got a graphic for Legends and Liquor somewhere. There it is. Legends and Liquor once every 2 weeks, a show just for channel members. Of course, anyone can watch, anyone can join in the chat, but if you're a channel member, you can virtually be on for most of the show. We were literally talking with the usual suspects for like 2 hours, just talking toys, reveals, what new things I've got, just fun times. So become a channel member, and I try and make it worth your while, people. And of course, you can use all these fancy emojis as well. Fancy emojis. But yeah, much appreciated, everyone, all the same. So Brandon, before we get out of here, let's go rewind all the way back to the beginning. Zip, 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 zip. Did you get anything this week, or are we sort of just waiting until next week and we should have some new stuff?
If I'm honest,
I love that, by the way. I'm not even lying. I love that. Is that Pidgeotto or Pidgeot?
Pidgeot.
So it's the third evolution. It's the third one.
Evolution.
Yeah. Okay, Pidgeot. Yeah.
Look at him go.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, man. You flap those wings. That was all really for me this week. I don't know. I'm kind of expecting some stuff maybe in the next week. But nothing too crazy.
Yeah, Marvel Legends are a bit delayed, ain't they? So
yeah, we're waiting on 3 waves: the villains wave for Red Skull, the Disney Plus wave for Cap and Bucky mainly for me, and then the Clone Wars wave for Obi-Wan and Echo.
Yeah,
so we'll see. How about you? Did you get anything?
Yeah, no, nothing really. Not this week. I've paid for a lot of invoices on like a few G.I. Joe things. I think the Vipers and Firefly are coming in. I've literally got every G.I. Joe ever released in the classified line mint on card upstairs. I need to start opening them up. I've made some space on the display, so I may do a whole week of reviews for G.I. Joe. Now I know some of these G.I. Joes are like a year old.
You should save it for G.I. Joe June.
Yeah, so this is what I'm thinking. G.I. Joe June, for at least the first week, I could literally release a G.I. Joe review every day. I probably won't do them all separately. I think I'm going to do Wave 1 redecos. So instead of opening the Wave 1s, I'll do a comparison. Again, I know these figures, I'm not going to reveal anything new, but just for anyone who's curious on my thoughts, because I open them up genuinely for the first time when I film a review, so it's mainly just me talking, chatting anyway. So yeah, if you're interested in the G.I. Joe stuff, let me know. I think I'm getting some new Power Rangers stuff, but again, we're getting Wave 7. The UK are really delayed. The US are getting like Wave 9 right now, and we're stuck on Wave 7 because of the shipping delays.
Yeah, so, that's true.
Yeah, so UK, again, so you think we have it good in the UK. We don't. We're really slow. And the shipping delays around the world right now ain't helping, because the only way to get to England is on a big boat. We're on a little island. The America's a big place. Yeah, you need to get to one West Coast or the East Coast. England is a different ball game. Small channels around Europe is harder.
And it's crazy because that Disney Plus wave and the Clone Wars wave, they're everywhere. Like anybody I've spoken to in the last week has not had trouble getting them. Not at all.
Yeah, we shall see. Major Blood comes out tomorrow. For anyone from the UK who wants to get Major Blood, the UK stores are going to be putting it up tomorrow. So it's not going to go up for a pre-order. It's going to go straight in stock tomorrow. So go to your usual sites. I'm talking Comic and Cocktails, In Demand, Kapow, Star Action Figures. I'm assuming all the others as well, like Toys-R-Us, Nerdbase, wherever. It's going to hit the UK. Anyone missing, Brandon? Is any other stores?
Did you say Kapow?
Yeah, Kapow. Yeah. So basically, if you're a UK collector that's after Major Blood, tomorrow, stay close to the social networks and stuff like that. It's going to be released. I'm going to try and get one tomorrow, I hope, and we shall see. And then that way, I've got plenty for G.I. Joe June. But I've got so many figures upstairs. This ain't a boast or anything like that. I'm just so backlogged. So I try not to open up a figure unless I've got a place to display it. Unless it's something I plan to keep mint on card. But I've got stuff that I want to display. I just need to make room for it. So like, when I get a little bit bored, I can literally go upstairs and open something that I haven't opened before. So I literally opened this today. And it's so cool, you know. This is the Flash.
Oh, nice.
And it comes with all these accessories. And like that as a little display piece. Like that is nice. So,
sure.
Yeah, so I don't do a lot of...
Is that McFarlane?
Yeah, it's a McFarlane one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I just thought, as a little display piece of the Flash. Now, I'm only getting some... I ain't got... Oh, I'll show you real quick before we get out of here. My multiverse isn't crazy. I've got one shelf for multiverse. Go on.
Just quickly as well. Travis B74 says, picked up the Bucky and Baron, Zemo and Sam today. Travis, which state are you in?
There you go. There's my multiverse stuff.
Yeah, look at that.
It's basically just the evil versions of Batman. See if I can go full screen for a sec. Evil versions of Batman, and then Batman and Robin, of course, Superman. I think I've got Batgirl and Nightwing back there. So I need Red Hood, and I want to get any of the main players of the Justice League in their most like iconic look. So of course I've got the Flash now. I don't know where he's going to go. He's literally got no room on the shelf. So yeah, I don't go crazy with the DC stuff, but yeah, I've got a bit.
I don't go crazy with the DC stuff. He says,
but with a full shelf. Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. And look, when I say I go crazy, I'm talking Marvel Legends, which is the crap behind me.
Yeah.
And not crap behind me. You know what I'm talking about? Like that's damn going crazy. I dabble in other things, Brandon. I dabble. All right, we just dabble in other things.
Dibble dabble.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll show off some other random pockets. I've got so many. I dabble in so much. It's dangerous.
See, Travis is in Kansas. My guys is in Kansas getting Bucky, Baron Zemo, Sam, and we out here not getting nothing.
Yeah, UK. We're not the only. We'll be lucky to get the Black Widow 2-pack in May. That's the only figure that's rumored to come out in May. So we shall see.
I didn't order that one.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for a summer sale.
Okay, we shall see. We shall see. You just never know. That's the problem. That's the dangerous game with Marvel Legends. You just don't know what will hit the sale and what won't.
Because I was gonna get the split as well on Toys-R-Us to just get what's her name?
Melina.
Rachel Weisz. Melina.
Is it Melina? I don't know. That name just come to my head. It might be wrong.
Like she's played by Rachel Weisz. So I was gonna do that, but then I'm like, yeah, but Red Guardian is so good. You can't really pass up on Red Guardian as well. So anyway.
No, Red Guardian's an upgrade, and if you've already got the old one, you've got the two heads, so you can display both. So it's definitely a worthy 2-pack in my eyes. Okay, real quick, let's just go to the... So we're wrapping up today. If you couldn't tell, people, we appreciate everybody staying around, talking toys, bringing on more bad guys and all that good stuff. Let me just see if I've got my credits.
Wow.
Still 100 people here, so let's roll to the credits. So as always, if you contribute to the stream, I give you a big thank you at the end to Eric Stream, Nathan Tolan, and then some brand new channel members as well. We got Rob the Plastic Hour and then Rush McGowan. And then I think Dante as well upgraded his membership as well to the members club, which he didn't have to, but I much appreciate all the same. So thank you very much once again to Eric Stream, Nathan, Rob the Plastic Hour, and Rush McGowan, all for contributing to today's stream. And then all my channel members, the same. I love you always. Again, if you want to be on next week's stream and you are a channel member at the members club tier, still time to upgrade if you want to, or if you've never hit that join button before, give it a go. Join in. Come and be a part of the show with me and Brandon. You can talk to Brandon live, the guy with an actual emoji. You can talk to him. This Brandon, let me find the emoji. Where's the emoji gone? Hit up the chat with your Brandon emojis, people. Channel members, come and show off this Brandon emoji. The guy that actually has his own emoji, you can talk to him live on camera just by becoming a channel member. You contribute to the channel, you support what we do here, and we can support you by getting you on the show. It's we give, and we give. It's all love. It's all love, this community that we're building. I know we're going to have Tom on the channel soon as well. Mini Plastic Multiverse, looking forward to him. Look at all these Brandons. Oh, there's Friday as well, chatting in.
Travis as well said that he saw the new Star Wars 50th anniversary with the 2 clones. Damn.
Beautiful.
Travis, if you fancy a Marvel Legends Nova and you want to trade for any of those, then hit me up.
Brandon, if I buy you a T-shirt that has the no pins emoji on, will you wear it on a live stream?
I would happily wear it on a live stream.
I might make that happen for you, Brandon. That'd be good. That'd be good. I need to open up some sort of T-shirt store now. I'm seeing in the Infinity Equation got me itchy. I want a mug. Yeah, Thanos Copter. Yeah, the emojis are fun, people. Emojis are fun. Okay, thank you, everybody. There's still over 90 people here. Thank you very much for sticking around, talking Marvel Legends with us. Of course, we are here every single Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time, 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern, I think, off the top of my head. Every other Sunday, Legends and Liquor. Next week should be lots of channel members next week. As I said, last stream of the month, I bring channel members onto this show, onto the Thursday stream. And then Sunday next week as well, you'll be cracking open a cider or your favourite drink with me, talking toys. Hopefully there's new reveals to talk about. There's still a couple of the Infinity Saga sets to be revealed. I think we've got 2 more to go, so maybe they'll be released by then, hopefully. But yeah, first on the Sundays we always talk about other toys. Me and Brandon spent about half an hour talking about the boys on Sunday as well, which was fun. So yeah, always fun times. Brandon, where can the good people find you online?
As always, guys, Hero.collections on Instagram. Dan, as always, pleasure to join you on a Thursday evening, my friend. And looking forward to some cool reveals tomorrow, hopefully. Some more pre-orders. I know, it's another fun week of collecting. It's
Transformers live stream tomorrow, but we're not... Yeah. I'd like to say I dabble in Transformers, but...
We're anticipating could be Ironmonger, could be Infinity War Cat.
I hope so.
Neither.
I hope so.
Could be for a different day.
We shall see. But Brandon, thank you as always. Go and get some sleep. We appreciate you sticking around with us. Go straight to bed. But put Die Hard on or Rambo on, all right? And just educate yourself, all right? Just educate yourself, honestly. And as always, people, thank you to everyone who's contributed to the stream. As always, no one has dethroned Dante just yet. He's still up there, the top contributor for the last 30 days. Thank you very much. I think everyone else is listed down here on my little ticker tape, just like we're on a stock show or the news. But still, I appreciate you all. And ignore what Phil Jones says. It's blue top milk for life in the UK. Full fat all day long. No pins, of course. I love the emojis. And you can find me on Instagram now with over 10k followers. Yes. Come on. Yes. So happy about that. I love just the letter, Brandon. It's just the letter. It's more official. It's all good.
Absolutely.
With ACBA that you're doing, Brandon, you'll be on my tail, trust me, because I do not take pictures like that. No way. But yeah, okay, cool. Everybody, thank you very much. Okay. If you're watching this on the replay, click the video that's now on the screen. It basically takes you to the playlist. Go and watch another stream. Why not? Treat yourself. There's literally, with over 41 shows on YouTube, all at over 2 hours a piece. There's a lot of hours. You could literally put me and Brandon on for like a month straight without stopping, I think. Something crazy like that. Statistics are weird. But yeah, go and click a video. Watch something else. I'll do some more reviews next week. G.I. Joe June, I'll get involved with that. We're waiting for Legends, Blue Milk for life, and I'll get some t-shirts set up soon. So goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Andy Davis, Phil Jones, Z-Man, Tanner, Mini Plastic Universe or Multiverse, sorry, 2012, Rob the Plastic Gower, anyone else pops in. Hero Collections, I know that guy. Damien, Travis, Rich M, Super Producer, go and follow him, displayed once. CJ, 2012, Matt, of course, Inquisitive Minds, the Wolf Pack, yeah, thank you. And we just got a super chat real quick by Gary, just drops in with a $5 super chat. So thank you very much, Gary, for the last minute super chat. We appreciate you. And VJ, Tanner, well, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And thank you for the super chat, Gary. Much appreciated.